Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
With smartphones being such an integral part of our daily lives, it is truly an inconvenience when it doesn't work properly. It disrupts the normalcy of our day. When you go into the cell phone store to have it repaired, they just try to upsell you on a new phone. That's why the owner of iDrop, TKL, left those places and opened iDrop. His goal is a happy customer. TKL and the team will listen to what you have going on and work to solve the problem of your broken device in a way that best suits your needs, instead of trying to upsell you on something that you just don't need. They don't just repair phones, they can service your laptop or PC as well as your Mac. Windows 7 support is over, but iDrop can help you transition to Windows 10. They have a 5-star rating on Google with hundreds of positive reviews. Let me say that again. I don't think y'all understand how big this is. They have a 5-star rating on Google. Their customer service really speaks for itself. So if you ever find yourself with a device that isn't performing as it should, give iDrop a call at 865-888-9740 or check them out on Facebook at iDrop of Knoxville. If man made it, they can fix it.
Deep down the middle's got his man, and he's gone. Jason Swain, touchdown.
It's time for the Swain Event with your host, Jason Swain.
My man.
Real sports talk for the real sports fan.
All you chumps are gonna bow when I whoop him.
It's time for the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
Give me 2 pounds and a Ric Flair.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. It is Thursday, 4 minutes past the top of the hour. Brand new month, brand new you, or brand new us. Ben McKee, Jason Swain. Ben, you going to the baseball game today?
I am.
What game are you going to today, man?
I am going to the Bronx. Going to go watch the Yankees and the Blue Jays play.
When you leaving?
In about 15 minutes.
Man, you dress like you ready to go, man. Dress like you ready to go and watch a game. If it's 20-something degrees here, you can only imagine, 34 degrees here, you can only imagine the weather up in New York. Yankee fan Ben, opening day. Ben, are you excited? Good morning.
Oh, my God. The Bears just traded for Russell Wilson.
Huh?
The Bears just traded for Russell Wilson.
Oh, man. April Fools, huh?
I tried. I am excited for opening day. I tried. A for effort, right?
April Fools.
Did I get you a little bit? You kind of had a little stutter, little hesitation.
Probably like a tenth of a second.
Okay, I got you a little bit. That's all.
Huh? What?
that's all that matters.
And then I saw, oh, yes, April Fools.
Well, see, I tried to get you. Honestly, I didn't even realize it was April 1st. Like, I knew today was April 1st, but it didn't register in my brain until you said new month. And then I was thinking, oh, it's April Fool's Day. Somebody's going to try to get us.
Head on the swivel all day.
I wonder if I can get Swain. So I tried to get you early in the show.
Head on a swivel.
Because I figured if I could get you, it would be early.
Yeah.
So
trying to catch me off guard in the first quarter, huh? Gonna try to throw a bomb over my head in the first play of the game.
I think not even the first play of the game. That was like an onside kick to start the game.
That was, man. That was
something Butch Jones would never do because he doesn't have the courage to do it.
Peru would have the courage to do it, but the ball would roll around. 10 Tennessee players, one Gator player, and one Gator player would get it.
Yep. It's actually warmer in New York right now, according to my phone.
There you go.
It's 45 degrees in New York, according to my phone. And at my current location, it is 34 degrees.
Well, you should go to New York, man.
Yeah, let me just hop on a plane and get there.
For 10 degrees, man. Hey, you are the Yankees' #1 fan, man. They'll make an exception for you and come and get you, man.
Thank you for recognizing my status.
Oh, boy.
It's a great day. It's opening day.
I'm glad you're excited.
One of the best days of the year.
I'm glad you finally got excited because, yesterday was a little different.
What you mean?
I mean, you wasn't excited about opening day a couple days ago. So I'm glad that you are excited now about baseball. Opening day, the major leagues, watching your Yankees go for a championship.
Break my heart once again because they can't stay healthy. I guarantee you it'll happen at some point. It's already starting to happen, as a matter of fact. It's not that I wasn't excited about opening day or the start of the season. It just didn't feel like opening day was like upon us yesterday. That was the comment that I made to you. I think it's because spring practice has been going on. Tennessee baseball's been on fire. Just a lot going on in our neck of the woods that kind of snuck up on us, on me at least. I know you're just dying to watch the White Sox play today.
I'm just here for the fights.
I'll just send you all videos of fights this year.
Fights and home runs.
Well, your White Sox, your Chicago White Sox, your city's baseball team. Yes, I'm aware the Cubs exist, but we're going to go with the White Sox in this instance. They're going to hit a ton of home runs this year.
I hope so, man. I'm here for the home runs. That's all I'm here for. That is it. Nothing else.
How many home runs do you think Josh Heupel's offense is going to hit this fall?
I don't know that answer.
You can't see into the future?
I don't know the answer. I have no clue, man. Maybe that should have been a question you asked the players, man. The players talked to the media yesterday, and it was good to kind of hear from guys that have been here. Jalen McCullough and Trayvon Flowers, Cedric Tillman, guys that have been here 2-3 years, entering a leadership role, and they talked to the media. Ben, why didn't you ask one of these guys about that?
Because being the capital J journalist that I am, I was asking the more important questions, like what they have done to correct leadership and who has stepped up as leaders on the defense. And I was asking Cedric Tillman, who, by the way, I would love to be friends with Cedric Tillman. He just seems like a really cool, dope dude. I would love to be friends with Cedric Tillman. I believe that was the first time he's ever spoken with the media, and he was really good for a first-timer.
Hey, they are media guys that are trying to be best friends with the players.
You
don't want to do that?
Nah. I'll pass. But I asked Cedric Tillman about Cody Burns and kind of his early impressions, and Cedric responded and said that, well, the thing that Cedric harped on in his answer was that Cody Burns is big on the details. That's all he cares about is the fine details.
I'm sorry, man. We didn't. All I could think about is Jacob Warren's interview from last year that we were supposed to play yesterday. That is so hilarious to me. So hilarious. It's why I call him Coach Warren. So hilarious.
I got you right here.
All right. So before we get started today, we have to play this clip. Okay. Jacob Warren, tight end, right here from Knoxville, went to Farragut. He talked to the media last year, and it was so hilarious. Didn't make a big deal about it when it happened because it was kind of cringeworthy, to be honest. But it was funny. It was funny. Like, no fault of Jacob Warren at all. It was hilarious to me because he comes across like the coach of the tight ends. He comes across like the guy that is teaching Joe Ossovet at the time, who was a tight ends coach, teaching Ossovet how to be a coach. This is how it comes across, and it's hilarious. And it's funny to look back and listen to it now. And again, Jacob wasn't wrong. This is not to throw Jacob under the bus. It's just hilarious to me. And I don't think he realized it. But, all right, this is last year. This is Jacob Warren talking about Joe Ossovet for the first time publicly.
That he's taken, in my life and in my football career. I think he came into the position not knowing a whole lot about the tight end position in the first place. But the first day that we met with him, he told us that he was determined to learn everything that there is to know about it. And that's just kind of the man that he is. He's going to try to be the best at everything he does, whether it's the best father. He's really becoming like a good father figure to us as the tight ends, and really it's obvious that he cares for us and is willing to do whatever it takes, to make us comfortable, to teach us the right ways. And he'll admit when he's wrong. I've been in the offense for a couple of years now, so I know I know a good bit about what's going on. And so if it's something that he doesn't necessarily know, he's willing to listen to any of us, any of the advice or corrections that we take. And I think it's amazing that he's able to kind of put himself on our level and just be humbled by the fact that, no one's perfect. We're not perfect. He's not perfect, but we're all kind of just getting through it together. So I think.
I remember when I first heard that clip, I was like, huh, what? Who's the coach here?
Well, I texted you about it.
Yeah.
And you was like, there's no way.
It's like,
you
wait.
didn't believe me.
It's like, wait. They helping Coach Ossovet. Who's the coach? And Coach Ossovet was cool, man, and Jacob Warren's cool. So it's just a funny moment. There's no need to, try to fire people and kick people off the team for, how folks like to take stuff to the extreme today. But it's just a funny clip, man. Just really funny clip. And I can tell you, man, I've never had a coach that I've had to, like, hold their hand and help them be a receiver coach. I can tell you that right now. They were helping me, giving me tips and things like that. That might have tripped up here and there as far as alignment or maybe an assignment here or there. But we wasn't holding Pat Washington's hand. I wasn't holding Trooper Taylor's hand, at all. But the players on this current team, Jacob Warren included, talked to the three of them talked to the media yesterday, and these guys are important. You got two secondary players, and you got a experienced receiver that is looking to kind of break through. We talked about him yesterday. Only eight catches on the entire year. Had a big catch against Texas A&M. It was on SportsCenter, and that's Cedric Tillman. And at this stage of the game, man, you know your weaknesses, you know your strengths, and you're trying to eliminate those weaknesses. You're trying to turn those weaknesses into strengths, because if you don't, other teams know you. Other teams have scouted you. They will exploit your weakness. They will play you to your weakness, try to take away your strengths. And for Tillman, I saw some good quotes out there from some guy, Rocky Top Insider, that was doing a pretty good job of relaying the quotes to the public. Was that Trey? Was that Trey Wallace?
It was. Trey does a great job for RTI.
That wasn't you, was it?
Mm-mm.
I knew it was Trey. It was good stuff.
There was one comment that triggered Tennessee fans.
Hold on. Let me see if I can figure it out. Triggered Tennessee fans. I mean, he could be something small. You never know.
They had PTSD when they saw my tweet.
To say something about brick by brick?
Something similar.
1% better?
Similar.
Get better one day at a time?
Not similar in the meaning, but similar in the sense that there's a phrase that Josh Heupel is preaching right now. EATS. And that means effort, alignment, toughness, and smarts. So people are having PTSD and flashbacks to the Butch Jones era.
Oh, my gosh. Y'all look corny, man.
And people were taking it seriously, too.
God, y'all so corny. Every coach does this.
Every coach in America.
Golly, man. Sorry to call you corny, but it's just the truth. Golly, man. Every coach does this. 2003, I was a freshman on Tennessee's football team. Freshman. And there's always a message. There's always things like this to simplify and to put a bunch of different meanings into one that's easy to understand. Man, the kids talking about eating. Let's eat. Let's go to work. Let's eat. This is no different than that way. That way was listen, man, details, accountability, and toughness is important. It's important. It's just that it was the 376th time that there was some type of gimmick. But every coach in America does this to simplify, a couple different messages. Like no one is triggered when you see INAM floating around Tennessee basketball. Now, one time I've heard anybody say, "Oh my gosh, Rick Barnes is like Butch Jones." Well, that means it's not about me. No different than Eats. No different than that way.
I guarantee you, Nick Saban this spring has been preaching a phrase of sorts.
Stop being corny. If a coach wins, no one pays attention to it. And Heupel actually has won. The only difference is he's coaching football. So that's the only reason why folks reacted that way. But no reason to be triggered. Some good stuff here from Cedric Tillman. Talking about Cody Burns. Some really good comments from Jalen McCullough and Trayvon Flowers. Tell Trey Wallace good work on these quotes, man.
I will.
I'm so informed.
I will text him right now and tell him.
You think he's awake?
No, but he'll be awake at some point.
Good job, man, with these quotes. I've never seen so organized.
Well,
it's just great.
It's almost as if he has good leadership over there at RTI. John K. Osborne just does a tremendous job.
No, you've been mentoring him, man. I mean, it's great. Just a great fit, man. Great fit. All right, some good stuff here from some of our players that we'll get to after the first break. Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. And it's opening day, if you can't tell.
One of the best days of the year, folks.
Swain Event. Be right back.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill, or call 865-693-5400.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. That's right, we're going to be biased. Receivers' quotes are mentioned first. Can't stand funky DBs anyways. Even now, don't like DBs. Don't like them. They hold, they cheat, they grab. You can beat them, have them burnt into the line of scrimmage, hit them with a double move. Hit him with a great head and shoulders fake and break out of your break and be wide open. The quarterback can overthrow you. It can be a tip pass. But the DB's going to be all in your face. Incomplete. Yeah. Dude, you just got beat.
So annoying.
What are you just got beat. You lucky the ball was overthrown. You're lucky the ball got tipped. I just burnt you.
DBs are the most annoying people on the football
field. I can't stand them.
That is truly one of my pet peeves, and I'm not trying to suck up to you because you played receiver and you're my de facto boss. But defensive backs are truly the most annoying players on the field because of that exact reason. That is one of my biggest pet peeves in football is defensive backs acting like they did something when the incompletion was because the quarterback didn't throw the football within 10 yards of the receiver. So annoying.
Man, if I was Juwan Jennings and Callaway and Josh Palmer, man, last year, man, that's why Juwan was talking junk to so many people. That's why he probably stepped on that Vanderbilt player's face. He got tired of people talking junk.
And put the football in that South Carolina player's chest. I know that resulted in a penalty, but that's one of my favorite Juwan Jennings moments. If you just cut the act out and just forget everything else, him putting the football on that South Carolina player's chest was amazing.
It was like he put flowers on the dead man's casket.
Correct.
That's what it looks like.
Yes.
At the time, I was like, dude, you got to be kidding me, man. That's the dumbest play I've ever seen.
It contributed to costing us the game.
Juwan, so stupid. He would have got torn a new one on my teams. Woo. Trooper would have gave him the business. Coach Cup would have gave him the business. But today as we look at it, oh, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Looking back at it, it's great. It's hilarious.
Look back at it.
But can't stand DBs, man. Can't stand y'all. incomplete pass. Yeah, we get in your face and wave incomplete. Even though you beat me by 5 yards.
Tell us how you really feel.
In the running game, I just buried you. You getting up talking trash. Okay. I guess I got to bury you again then. Anyways, sorry, I had a flashback.
You know who the most annoying was at doing that? To me. And
in college or pros?
Both. I dealt with this guy at both levels. Dre Kirkpatrick at Alabama and with the Bengals was so annoying. So annoying. He is one of the football players that I've disliked the most out of my time being a football fan. He was number one on my hate list when he was at Alabama.
You know why DBs do that, right?
It's all mental. Try to get in the receiver's head.
That's right. They try to get in your head to remind you, even though you beat me, you still didn't get the ball. So you can go back to the huddle and complain.
It's still annoying.
That's why they do what they do. They want you flipping over Gatorade bins, throwing your helmet on the sideline, cussing out your quarterback, cussing out your receivers coach, cussing out the offensive coordinator. They want you mentally frustrated and out the game and not wanting to block in the running game because you're not getting the ball. That's what DBs try to do. They ain't slick.
They are annoying as HE double hockey sticks.
That's why I can't stand them.
Dre Kirkpatrick, though, he is one of the football players I've disliked the most as a football fan, partly because he played at Alabama, partly because he then played for the Bengals. But he is such a drama queen out there on the football field. Always in somebody's face, bragging about an incompletion when he did nothing, absolutely nothing. The other one, Pat-Man Jones, when he was with the Bengals as well. Yeah, both of them back there. Oh, trying to act like they could guard Antonio Brown. Boy, sit down. Can't guard AB.
No, it's good. It's good to hear you taking up for Antonio Brown now.
Well, I'm taking up for that period.
Time heals wounds.
That period of Antonio Brown. I was a fan of 2015, 16, 17 Antonio Brown. It's the 2018 Antonio Brown and beyond that I can't stand.
Yeah. Okay.
He changed on us. He switched up on us.
Vols receiver Cedric Tillman. This is an RTI Rocket Top Insider. Just a great job, man.
Shout out to Trey.
You sure this was Trey? Oh, this was you.
No, it's all Trey. No, it was me. But team effort.
Sure.
He supported me in my tweets. He was texting me as I was sending out these quotes. Ben, you're showing great finger discipline on the keyboard right now.
Now it's time to get triggered. Now you're going to get triggered by Butch Jones.
You're doing a great job of giving 63 effort on pressing those keypads.
Oh, gosh. Cedric Tillman, I'm excited for the new offense this year. It's going to be electric. We are looking forward to it. What's important here is that he thinks it's going to be electric. Will it? Who knows? But it's important that he thinks that. Why? Because he's upperclassman. You got to have your upperclassman bought in first. See how I got that from that sentence? Mm-hmm. Nothing to do with what he said. It doesn't matter if he's right or wrong because we don't know. We don't know if he's going to be right or wrong. He believes it's going to be electric.
Already bought in.
Before something can be electric, you got to at least believe it. Before you can have success, you got to believe that you can be successful and achieve a success. You got to believe it first. You got to believe it. Cedric Tillman can look back there and go, man, we sure don't have a quarterback like they had in Central Florida. Oh, man, we don't have this or we don't have that. He don't know that. It doesn't matter. It's what he believes. He is bought what has been sold to him. He's an upperclassman. That is what's most important. So he's buying in. That's good. Tillman on the receiver coach, Cody Burns. He's really focused on the details. That's all he preaches, the details. We all know if we follow him, he's going to lead us to the promised land.
That quote was interesting.
You said promising land or promised land?
Promised land. Did I have a typo?
Nah, that must have been Trey's fault.
I'll take the blame for that one.
No, that was Trey. We blame everything on Trey. Yeah, so when I was at practice Saturday, I saw Velus Jones get a curl route, and a window was closed, but then, Velus slid over to make himself available to the quarterback, to get into the quarterback's vision. And then the quarterback hit him with the ball, made a couple dudes miss, and took it to the house. I was like, dang, good play, Velus. I said it in my head. But then Coach Burns was on Velus about something. I was like, what is he on Velus about? I don't know, because I don't know their rules. I don't know their rules when it comes to their routes and what they look for versus certain coverages. I don't even know if Velus ran the route. I don't know, because I don't know the terminology. I don't know their offense. All I know is what I saw, which was a curl route where he adapted, slid over to a different window, which in my offense would have been the right thing to do. He'd have got an attaboy. That's why in my head I was saying attaboy. Good job. But Velus is in this offense, so his responsibilities are different. And when I saw this quote from Cedric Tillman, I thought about that play because it had to be something that was detailed. It had to be. And the details matter. 100%. Tillman says the hardest part about learning this offense is probably the different splits we're going to be playing wider this year. Also, the different signals from Coach Chaney.
Just the verbiage is different.
No, it did 1,000%. 1,000%. I got lucky because we went from Randy to Coach Cut, and 85% of it was the same. But on Saturday, I did see guys adjusting their splits, having to be kind of told to get wider, slide in, get off. I mean, you saw that, and that's pretty standard. That's pretty standard right now. I mean, even in an offense that was similar, about 85%, first spring under Coach Cut, we had some of the same issues. We had some changes, and people had to adjust to those changes. So you get these, a smash route. It can be called one thing in Chaney's offense and another thing in Heupel's offense. And you have to basically throw out everything that you have learned over the last 2 years under Jim Chaney. Throw it out. Throw it out. Throw out the hand signals. Throw out everything. Throw it out. And you have to relearn a brand new offense with different terminologies. Different terminology. As long as I think as long as we do things the right way and take care of the details, you're going to see big changes this year. This is redemption year. We didn't have the year we wanted. Felt great to get back in the pads. What he's been personally working on, and this is good. This is good. Sometimes you have players walking around that think they have arrived and think they don't have anything to work on. At least Cedric Tillman knows what he needs to work on. It's the only way you can improve and be a better player. No doubt you got to be hungry to work harder, but you also have to be humble. You have to be humble to say, okay, these are my weaknesses. If you become obsessed with working on your weaknesses, you'll turn into a complete receiver. Now, some of the weaknesses, there's nothing you can do anything about.
And that's just
the good God above didn't make you fast, or he didn't make you tall. But there's a lot of things you can do to improve.
Yes, within your skill set and body type, I guess. But that just doesn't even apply to football. I mean, that's just life in general.
Oh, it does.
If you spend time only paying attention to what you're good at and not try to work on the things that need work, then you won't develop into the complete person that you should want to be.
Yeah, one of the words that I despise is the word comfortable.
The song that I was listening to when I walked into your studio this morning was by the great philosopher Future, and the song is called Too Comfortable. And in the song it says, "Don't get too comfortable." And I listened to it.
It's pretty good lyric
to
right
remind
there.
myself.
Pretty
I
good
mean, there's
lyric.
other lyrics, but that's like the
profound lyric right there.
The main. That's the main lyric. There's obviously other lyrics, but I listened to it because I legit use that song to remind myself to don't get too comfortable, because I agree with what you just said. You can't get too comfortable in anything that you do in life. It's also Aaron Judge's walk-up song, so I figured it'd be a good day to listen to it as well.
Do you listen to that song whenever you take your dog out to poop and pee?
Yes. All right,
since you named your dog after Aaron Judge?
I do. I say, all right, Judge, we're going to listen to Too Comfortable by Future. You got to go outside. You gotta. We use the word potty. That's his trigger word.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's time to go potty. He knows what that means, and we'll get to the door. And I've been training him off leash of late. It's been going well. Although last night he decided to take off just a little bit. He smelled something, and he was on the hunt. And I mean, he took off probably 30 yards. I mean, you know when dogs kind of get their sniffer out and get it on the ground and they just go. That's what he did. He went like 30, 40 yards down the sidewalk, and he immediately realized that, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. I should not have done this. But that's why we sit there and listen to Too Comfortable by Future to get him prepared to go out and handle his business properly.
That's his walk-up song.
Yes.
Cedric Tillman doesn't have a reason to be comfortable. He should be uncomfortable because he hasn't played that much and he only has 8 catches. So
and there's a young group of talented receivers behind him coming.
Yeah, they're more athletic, but
yes,
if he can be more reliable, if he can make plays with 50-50 balls, because that's his strength. What he said was, I've been working on getting out of my breaks better, cleaning up the little route, running details. I feel like I have some of the best hands in the country. Now, I believe he does have some of the best hands. I mean, strong hands, nice hand-eye coordination, but he's not the quickest. He's not the fastest at all. And so when you know that about yourself, how are you going to impact the game in other ways? Well, Juwan Jennings figured that out. Juwan had a couple lower extremity injuries and surgeries and things like that and lost his speed. Well, you make it for it in other ways. With your toughness, with yards at the catch, setting the tempo in the running game, 50-50 balls, being reliable on third down. But he's cleaning up his weaknesses and working on that. All right, Ben.
I'm pulling for Cedric. I know I kind of mentioned this earlier, but he just seems like a really good dude. And I mean, I'm not afraid to say it. He seems like a dude that I would love to hang out with. He just seems really chill, really cool. I'm pulling for him. And he has a cool story. You mentioned it yesterday, and we've mentioned it several times on the show. He was going to go walk on at USC until Tennessee offered him a scholarship. Played at Bishop Gorman there in Las Vegas with I assume that he played with Snoop's son. I guess I don't know for sure whether he did. I'm sure they had a little bit of overlap.
No, he's Snoop's son is way older. Yeah,
Snoop's son was coming out when Butch was head coach, right?
I have to look it up.
If they overlapped, it was probably a pretty significant. Probably like Snoop's son was a senior and Cedric was a freshman, something along those lines. They didn't directly play together, like seniors at the same time.
2015 class.
Okay, and Cedric was 17 class, I believe.
2000, yeah.
It's small overlap.
Two years.
But just really cool story, backstory for Cedric Tillman. So I'm pulling for him. It'd be cool to see him have success.
I think a kid from Las Vegas either going to be super disciplined or the total opposite. And Cedric Tillman seems like he's a guy that's super disciplined and mature. Seems that way. But him and Valus got to lead that group. Lead that group. A lot of adjustments. But it's good to have a toolbox of receivers that can do different things. Because I think you got fast. You have fast with Holiday and Callaway and Walker Merrill. He's a 4.4 guy. You got quickness there with those guys too. You got your big jumper, big athlete, and Malachi Wadman. And you have your big body receiver like a Juwan Jennings. for Tillman. Again, not comparing Tillman to Jawan Jennings as far as production, but he has that body type. Not going to beat you with speed over the top, but can beat you with his physicality and having strong hands and catching those 50-50 balls. It's a good quotes here, man. Good job here.
Shout out to Trey.
Yeah. Eats. What's eats means again?
Effort.
Accountability. Toughness.
And
what's the S stand for?
Smarts. Effort. Alignment. So
alignment.
What'd you say for A? Accountability. Well, you're thinking it that way.
I mean, accountability is stuff can be used in every phase, right?
Absolutely. Effort, alignment, toughness, and smarts.
You do those things, you'll be pretty good.
Yeah. Cedric told a story, and I missed the second half of the story because my dog decided to start barking in the middle of this Zoom. Judge. But he said he caught like a 40-yard pass in practice, and he was feeling himself, and Cody Burns quickly got on to him about the alignment or a small detail in his route that he did not like.
Oh yeah,
you saw this or witnessed it?
No, I mean I witnessed him get on Valus after Valus made a big time play.
So you just believe it?
Yeah,
you saw it.
Because I don't know, man. I don't know what they're supposed to do. I don't know their assignment. We just know if we see a big time play, it's good. But you can get a plus and a minus on the same play.
Mm-hmm.
I've done that before. I got double pluses.
You can make a great play when in reality you didn't do what you were supposed to.
Yeah, like Cordell Patterson in the Chick-fil-A classic kickoff when Cordell didn't even line up right, and they just told him to go, and Tyler Bray threw the ball anyways for a touchdown. That's like a plus minus. We're gonna give you 2 pluses for the touchdown and the good play, but you got a minus because you didn't know what the hell you was going. You didn't know what you was doing. So you can get a plus and a minus on the play if you didn't line up right, because next time, if you don't correct it, next time it may be a legal shift. You may be on the ball when you're not supposed to be on the ball, or off the ball when you're not supposed to be off the ball. Next time it can cost you a touchdown. Next time it could be, the third, fourth quarter, and it's 3rd down and 1, and you get a penalty, and now it's 3rd down and 6, and you got to punt it, and we were going to go, it's 4th down and 1, now you got to 4th down and 6, now you got to punt it when you were going to go for it. Or even 3rd down and 1, you're just going to do a simple handoff, but now you got to throw the football, and you don't pick up the first down. So, yes, it is the details. The details matter. And when you get away from those details, the small things turn into big things, and the big things turn into L's. And that's what happened to us in 2005, to be quite honest. We got away from the details. But the details became a priority when Coach Cut came in, which is why we had to run for the locker room being junky. So little details that you don't take care of off the football field become little details that you don't handle on the football field. You don't worry about it. And then you wonder why the team that you play just have more points than you, and you're in the locker room with the boo-boo face. I don't know what happened. We practice hard. But you can practice hard and sometimes not go over those fine details. Those details can show up and bite you in the butt in the game. So it's always easier to ease up later.
Although you can't get too comfortable.
No, you can't. But you can't start disciplining someone who's 18 and think that, like, you can't let them do what they want to do for 18 years and then all of a sudden, okay, we're going to start disciplining them now. We're going to start laying that foundation. Nah, man, that person is going to jail probably.
Yes.
You have to lay the foundation early. Mm-hmm. You can always ease up. Okay, your curfew, we'll make it 12 now.
Once they prove that you can trust them.
Exactly. You can't be like, all right, you didn't have a curfew, but now that you're 18, you got to be home by 11. Yeah, right. No. So it's easy for Cody Burns to ease up later. But right now, no, man, you gotta understand this group needs structure. This group needs accountability. They need all of it. The whole team needs it, not just wide receivers. All right, so Trayvon Flowers, Jalen McCullough, the secondary experience, but a little bit thin. Let's hear what those guys have to say. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
If you want to get in on the conversation, call the Iris Networks hotline at 865-200-5503. Grow your business with Iris Networks high-speed fiber internet. IrisNetworksUSA.com.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or, if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue, the search is over.
When I made the move to my own studio, I was worried about this. I was worried about that. I was worried about, hey, did I get this piece of equipment? Did I get that piece of equipment? Does that sound good? Does that not sound good? One thing I didn't have to worry about, that was office furniture, because Office Furniture Outfitters met my furniture needs. With a 50,000 square foot facility, they have East Tennessee's largest selection and are the best value for new and used office furniture. Located in Knoxville, it's easy to find everything you need for your new space, including desks, file cabinets, chairs, conference tables, and more. Office Furniture Outfitters is turnkey. They came to my place, we mapped everything out that was needed, they delivered, and get this, set everything up. To learn more about what Office Furniture Outfitters can do for you, log on to ofonox.com. That's ofonox.com.
JC's Tree and Landscaping Service specializes in quality tree work done at an affordable price. Trimming and removing trees are their specialty. They also offer other services like land clearing, stump grinding, crane services, and all of your basic landscaping needs for both commercial and residential. JC's will give you a free estimate and beat any written quote by a competitor to guarantee that you get the lowest price around. Don't risk your land with a fly-by-night service. JC's Tree and Landscaping is licensed and insured. Give them a call at 865-599-3799.
For a replay of each day's Swain Event TV, like us on Facebook.
Hour one is brought to you by Hiller Plumbing, Heating, Cooling, and Electrical. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Ben McKee, Jake McSwain. What number is that?
99.
Aaron Judge, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You gonna put your name on the back?
No, his name's on the back.
Yeah, put your name on the back, man. You paid for it. That's your jersey.
Technically,
put your name on it.
My mother paid for it.
See,
when she gave it to me as a gift for Christmas.
Well, y'all got the same last name, don't you?
It's an Aaron Judge jersey, not a Ben McKee Yankees jersey.
Number one fan, Ben McKee.
I'm not too much of a macho man to be afraid to wear other people's jerseys.
You know,
like you and Stokes.
Maybe so. I just think it's weird wearing another dude's jersey.
Somebody
else's name on it. I have a good reason. My reason's better than Stokes. You know, I was actually an athlete, so it's just weird for me to have on another athlete's name. I don't know what Stokes' reason is. But what's weird, though, about getting jerseys is the moment that they get traded or the moment they play for another team. So, what do you do with that jersey?
That is true. I am very selective in the jersey. I don't have a ton of jerseys anymore. Obviously, when I was growing up and as a kid, my parents would always get me jerseys. I had a Ben Roethlisberger jersey, a Troy Polamalu jersey. I had an Eli Manning jersey, a Peyton jersey. I had a red New York Giants Jeremy Shockey jersey. I had a Brian Urlacher jersey. I mean, jerseys for kids they're not cheap, but they're cheaper than adult sizes. I want to say kids' jerseys is probably like $40, $50 somewhere in there. Much more manageable than like this. Isn't even an authentic Yankees jersey. Like an authentic, like real deal Yankees jersey is like a $130, $150. So I would always get jerseys for birthdays and Christmases and things of that nature. I had all the jerseys in the world.
But what do you like? What do you do
now that I'm older? I'm much more selective in the players. I try to pick the players that I think are going to be there for a long time. Like I think Aaron Judge is going to be with the Yankees for a good bit. Like if I was going to order me a Steelers jersey right now, I would not get a Juju Smith-Schuster jersey because he's not going to be there for the long term. I like Juju, but he's not going to be there long term. I would order me a TJ Watt jersey because TJ Watt is probably going to play his entire career with the Steelers because he's already one of the best, if not the best, edge rushers in the NFL. The Steelers aren't going to let him go. So that's kind of the way I look at it. Like I recently got a Ja Morant jersey. Still hasn't come in yet because I got the throwback that they're rocking this year, the black Memphis 20th
sweet.
Anniversary.
Yeah, those sweet.
Yes, I ordered me a Ja Morant jersey in that jersey that the Grizzlies have, and it was like a one-time thing. So I ordered it in like January, and it's not supposed to come in for another 2 months. I think they said like June 1st is when it's supposed to get shipped. But like Ja's gonna more than likely be with the Grizzlies for a very, very long time. And like I'm cool with that. I still have a Marc Gasol jersey, and like even though he plays for the Lakers and won a championship with Toronto, like everybody still thinks of him as a Memphis Grizzly. So that one's not as weird as like if a Deshaun Watson or a Russell Wilson were traded, like they demand a trade and then they leave. That it's not as weird as Marc Gasol just kind of moving on because the grit and grind era was at the end of its road. So I'm selective. I haven't run into the situation to where I've bought a player's jersey and they demand a trade or they sign elsewhere and then I'm stuck with that jersey. Like I never had an Antonio Brown jersey and had to find a way to get rid of it.
You know you got one.
So I'm selective, but it is awkward for people that.
That's what I want to know. People that have jerseys, what do you do when that player is traded or he doesn't play for that team anymore if he plays on another?
I think I would just give it to like Goodwill or. I wouldn't keep it.
I don't know about that.
Know about that to me or something you read on the text box?
Text box, John K. I thought this was a sports show.
Well, we've been talking. I think he was referring to my comments about Judge pooping and getting him ready to go use the restroom.
It is a sports show, man. Like, sorry that every word is not sports related.
I'm not saying this, bringing this up to mess with you. I imagine 1 million Chicago Bears fans bought Trubisky jerseys when he was drafted because he was the new quarterback.
Wrong.
And whatnot. You know they did. So what do you think like all the Bears fans right now are doing with the Trubisky jerseys that
they're
bought?
not buying it.
They did when he got drafted. Just like Jaguars fans are going to go buy a ton of Trevor Lawrence jerseys. We can take it a step further than Trevor Lawrence. Jets fans are going to go buy a bunch of Zach Wilson jerseys. If the 49ers draft Mac Jones or Justin Fields, it doesn't really matter who they draft. They're going to go buy that person's jerseys. Wherever Trey Lance goes, that fan base is going to go buy a bunch of Trey Lance jerseys. So, like, if you had ordered a Mitchell Trubisky jersey and, like, now you obviously have no use for it, what would you do with it? Would you just throw it away? Or I'm not bringing this up to pick at you. I'm truly not. Would you burn it down? Would you give it to Goodwill?
I would give it to Goodwill.
I would, too. I'd just take my loss.
Yeah, I would send it over to another country. King Vol 300 says, I got a Chris Johnson and a Marcus Mariota jersey hanging in the back of the closet.
See? He proved my point. Who commented that? Chris Vol?
King Vol.
I'm sorry. King Vol. When did you buy that Marcus Mariota jersey? I guarantee you it was within the first year or so of Marcus being a Titan, if not when he got drafted.
Tony says that he still has his Palomalu jersey. Never will get rid of it. Hated how his career ended. Always Steeler to me. Okay. All right. I got it. I don't want to get sidetracked.
You got what?
DB quotes from Trayvon Flowers.
Mr. Flowers.
Yeah. His take on Tim Banks, the new defense coordinator. He's a guy. Always comes in ready to work. Great dude. Okay.
Flowers was very short and to the point. He hasn't done media much. He was very short and to the point. But the quote, he's a guy, that was more of you had to be listening to his tone.
He's a normal dude.
Huh?
He's like a normal guy down to earth. Is that what you're trying to say?
He said it in like, man, he's a guy. Like he like kind of lit up when Stokes is a guy. Like,
gotcha.
He was like in a complimentary weird way.
Gotcha. The defense feels like it gives him the ability to play fast, play physical, and not think so much. And the last staff, offensively and defensively, had our players thinking way too much. Not enough reacting, too much thinking. Less thinking, more acting, more reaction. Jalen McCullough. On Tennessee's defense, Tennessee's offense, what he sees line up across from him and what he has to have to manage during team periods. He says it's completely different. Coach Hype has them boys going fast. It is indescribable. Man, it's fast. If I could notice that in the second day, imagine how fast it's going to be in the fall.
And McCullough was like chuckling when he said that. Like he was asked and he started laughing.
Like imagine how fast it's going to be in the fall, and then year 2. So like here are the steps. Okay, you got the first year. Obviously, it's going to be faster than what we're accustomed to. Faster than what we've seen. And then you have year 2, where you have more players that have played in the offense. Hopefully, Heupel has the same quarterback in year number 2, and that quarterback is more comfortable in that system. And then the offense will be even faster. So let's just say, next year it's Harrison Bailey or Caden Salter. Then they have ability to be even faster with a quarterback that has a deeper understanding of the offense because he's in his second year. So if McCullough is saying this now, I wonder what he's going to be saying this fall. Hour 2 is coming up. Stay with us.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
When you see the happy face on our truck, you'll be smiling because you'll know that you're in love.
At Hiller, we care about your family's comfort all year long. If you get caught without air conditioning this summer, we're offering a free service call with any repair. That's a free service call when we do the work on your HVAC system. Visit happyhiller.com to schedule your appointment today.
Call the happy face truck today.
Touchdown or turnover is backed by Alcoa 10 Federal Credit Union, a place where you belong.
Swain Event, SwainEvent.com, fueled by Dead End Barbecue. Hope you're having a great morning. It is Thursday. It is April Fool's Day, so you better have your head on the swivel. You better be prepared. Don't get mad. When someone tricks you, you fall for it. You better have a heart attack because of the news. You were warned. It is April Fool's Day. Head on a swivel. Chad Morris has a new head coaching job. He is now the head coach at the biggest high school job in America. That is Allen High School right there now in Texas. Their stadium is actually nicer than Vanderbilt Stadium.
And Missouri's.
And Missouri's.
I would say South Carolina's.
Carolina's got a pretty big stadium. Pretty nice. That's what they filmed the program. That movie. Carolina Stadium ain't that bad.
No, it's not bad.
But Vanderbilt's.
But I'm just speaking to the greatness of Allen's stadium. Like, it's that nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful, man. Chad Morris is no stranger to high school football in Texas because that's where he came from before entering the college game, and eventually was a head coach there at Arkansas, SMU, and then finished his latest stint with the Auburn Tigers as offensive coordinator. But now he is the head coach there at Allen, Texas, the same school where Kyler Murray came from. Touchdown turnover. Chad Morris, back in high school, is a surprise for you. Touchdown turnover. Surprised that Chad Morris went back to high school.
It is, just because I think he could have landed a head coaching job. His time at Auburn did not go well. His time as head coach of Arkansas was absolutely miserable. He's one of the worst hirings in SEC football history, and that is not being dramatic. Just go look at the records, the bad records that he either set or broke during his time there at Arkansas. It was just a miserable 2 seasons, but he's still a good offensive mind. So I am surprised, not completely surprised, because high school football is kind of his roots, and working at Allen is probably better than being a college coach at some schools. So not completely surprised, because it's not a bad job that he's stepping down to at all. And honestly, it may not be entirely a step down. It's just from college to high school, just in general, that is a step down. Although, again, working at Allen, being the head coach at Allen is, again, better than some college coaching job. So that's why it's not surprising. But it is surprising just because, I mean, he had success at SMU, and he is regarded as a good offensive mind. So I figured he would land some sort of Power 5 coaching job, whether that be a offensive coordinator role or a quarterback's coach or something on offense. I figured he would land that type of role.
More pressure for Chad Morris, being the offensive coordinator at Auburn or being the head coach at Allen, Texas?
Being the head coach at Allen, Texas.
Check this out, man. From 2012 to 2014, when Kyler Murray was there, they had a 57-game winning streak, 3 state championships. The coach that Chad Morris is replacing, 65-4.
What happened to that coach?
I'm trying to figure that out. With the state championship in 5 years. So the previous coach won state championship and was 65-4. Like, this is unreal, man. Chad Morris
got fired for only winning 1 and 5.
Maybe. Chad Morris was 18-40 as a college head coach. But before Chad Morris entered the college ranks, he was at another powerhouse, Lake Travis, which is down in Austin.
That's where Baker Mayfield's from, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. So those some big time powerhouses, man. Lake Travis and Austin, and then of course Allen in Allen, Texas. And that's why it makes what Caden Salter was able to do in Texas football playoffs this past year so remarkable, and had us really, really on the edge of our seats watching him compete on the videos that we saw and live streams that we saw of Salter's team competing in the playoffs, man. Because this is real deal there at Texas high school, real deal football there in Texas. So Chad Morris, man, going back to the high school ranks. He'll be paid like an SEC assistant coach there too. That's for sure. Probably recruits. I don't know how much is going to change for Chad Morris. He recruits at Auburn. I'm pretty sure when you have that type of stadium, you're going to recruit whether you are doing it intentionally or unintentionally. You're going to recruit. You're going to attract people. So don't know much is going to change. except for the fact that he gets to, I guess, be home in Texas. And I would say you don't have to deal with boosters, but that's exactly who he has to deal with, probably more at Allen, Texas than college is boosters. But cool to see Chad Morris, man. I've heard nothing but good things about him. And he had a beast of an offense there at Clemson. And see what he does back in high school. All right, let's take a look at the text box this morning. Jamel says, speaking of Salter, what about Salter? You gonna tell me that he's reinstated as an April Fool's joke? Jamel, is that what we're gonna do? Volunteer Jack says, I used my Marcus Mariota jersey to work in the yard. So he still wears ears. He's weed eating, pulling weeds and cutting grass.
Puts it to good use. Although I wouldn't be very comfortable doing yard work in my jerseys.
No, man.
They're not the most comfortable thing on the planet.
Charger Vol, yes, right. You're right. Vol Grizz Cub says, will there be a press conference today with any other coaches after practice?
No. Today is just practice. Tomorrow we get Josh Heupel. Practice starts at 10:10, so may have to work something out. That last segment of the show, and then Heupel will speak at 12 tomorrow.
Get on over there. Get. John K says, it has been 0 days since Ben has brought up Antonio Brown. Resets clock. ATL VFL says, speaking of DB, who do you think will win opposite of Alontae Taylor? I think Kenneth George Jr. I think he's an aggressive playmaker. Yeah, either him or Warren Burrell. One of the two. One of the two. Now, Warren Burrell was hampered by injury early in his career. Man, he's a prototypical DB. You know, he's a taller guy, long arms. But that'll be a nice battle. Ben, you going to be nicer to Kenneth George Jr. this year?
I was always nice.
Give him
to
a chance,
George
man.
Jr. I just didn't think he was the greatest corner to ever put on a Tennessee jersey like you did.
No. That's Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, Emmanuel Mosley. That's Justin Coleman, man. They're the best. Why? Because they're in the league right now.
Not Cam Sutton.
Yeah, I'm just joking. Cam is good too, man. Cam was good too. The best DBs, the best players in NFL history are the ones playing in the NFL because we can market that. Can't even market Peyton Manning anymore. Don't even work. Kids don't even remember. They don't even remember, man. So we got to market Kamara, best running back in Tennessee history.
You don't have to bring up old stuff.
Tyler Bray, best quarterback in Tennessee history. You got to market guys in the NFL, man. That's all you got to do. That's what the kids care about. All right, let's go to the phones.
We've got Tramel.
Tramel, good morning, man.
What up, man?
What's going on?
Man, I don't know. I woke up and it was winter outside. What's going on? Crazy.
I don't know, man.
Man, I had a shorts on 2 days ago at the baseball game, the boys' baseball game, and woke up today feeling like, man, what happened?
Tennessee weather.
Up, man.
Tennessee weather.
The South. That's what happened.
That's Tennessee weather for you, ain't it?
That's exactly what it is.
Man, so, I was critical of the 4 guys that got in trouble, earlier.
You should be. They deserve it.
I mean, of course. I mean, I'm still critical. Now, I think I'm more upset to find out what really happened, like the little details that recently came out. And it's just so crazy to me, man. Because, I take it back to my younger age, and I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking about this whole story, and I'm just like, okay, they came out with how much that they had, you know what I'm saying? And as I go back to my old, smoking days and things of that nature, I'm like, they did this for less than an ounce? Like, wait a minute. and then they split it up like they just ran down like some bandits with it. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry,
So
Terrell.
like,
I'm unfamiliar with the different quantities. I'm not familiar with that.
Well, it ain't much.
Okay.
Just to say the least. I'm talking about it's very minute what they split up and like was acting like. To me, it seemed like they they did the grand robbery and they all split it up. And if you know anything about it, like you said, you're not familiar with the terms. But I bet you there's a bunch of people that read that like me and was like, what?
Former drug dealers.
Huh?
I'm just kidding, Tremel. I'm just kidding. I said former drug dealers.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't get in trouble, man. I'm just joking. Don't get in trouble.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm legit. I'm good. We good.
You turn your life around. That's good, Tremel.
Of course. Of course. So I'm reading this. I'm just like, man, what? And across the country, we know that these kids are smoking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm almost certain that they have a little bit of money, like just a little bit. I know they got some type of money. Now I know they ain't rich or walking around the school. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be. They might have a little bit of extra bread, but man, it took me back to my street days, and I'm just like, man, they did this for. Man, I'm so mad. They need another for what, man? They need a street for what?
They don't got the street smarts.
Like, huh?
They don't have the street smarts.
Man, for less than an ounce, y'all basically broke somebody off. Man, anyway.
They probably did think they were gonna get in trouble.
I guess, man.
That's probably why they were like, oh man, let's.
And then you think more into the story. It's like, okay, so the guy that they got, did he call the police? Like, call the police and told them that they took his dream? Like, I was so confused about everything that's transpired in this whole situation. Because you can't call the police and be like, somebody robbed me for my weed. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. That whole story was crazy. They need another for what?
If anybody, because there's two roommates, and one roommate had the possession of the marijuana, and if any one of those two guys call the police, you're like, why? Like,
they had to.
Why? So like you called them, and everybody's getting in trouble now. Everybody's getting in trouble. Maybe someone from the outside called the police because of the commotion, but it's a story, man. That listen, go ahead and give the guys give them their discipline. Suspend them for a couple weeks. Let them come back. Student, okay, here's your discipline. You can go to class in a couple days. Everybody just move on. Like,
I don't know about the student though. You think the student will come back? I think football players good.
I don't see how you dismiss one but keep the other.
You can't let the football players come back
because both were in the wrong. Like the student had the weed, think he Frank Lucas.
They got to keep him around.
Yeah, man, because then you'll get the accusation of favoritism. Yeah. So you gotta let both of them go or let everybody go. And I don't think this is a scenario where you need to let anybody go.
When I seen the stimulation to the situation, they didn't even charge them with robbery or assault or anything like that. I was like, oh yeah, they coming back. But what the boy? What are y'all doing? Y'all could have put y'all little bread together and got that. Like,
Jamel, don't be giving people weed ideas.
I'm just saying, man. Like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it right.
You can't be stupid while being stupid.
I'm just saying. It's just, you gotta be smarter than that. Especially y'all being from the streets. Most of them being from the streets. You gotta be way smarter than that.
Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. But they obviously made the bad decision.
They got relatives.
They made a bad decision. Hopefully they learn from it and they can move on. But they deserve a second chance. At some point.
They do. I just thought it was more to it than, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, if you read into it, don't really read into it, but just take it for what it is. It's just really dumb. Kids doing some just most dumbest things I ever seen, man. Just whew.
Pretty much, anyway. Man. Yeah. Well, hey man, thanks for the phone call, my friend. He's probably having flashbacks, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I did not owe you any money, so don't have any flashbacks with me. Ben owe you the money. Remember that money you let Ben hold the time you said Dead End Barbecue? Ben owe you $100, Tramel.
Come try and get it, Tramel. I'll put you on the ground like I put that boxing bag on the ground yesterday at boxing.
You took a picture of the bag on the ground?
My chili was hot. I had to let Coach Eckler know.
Oh, yeah.
My chili was hot. I'm sure somebody hung it up incorrectly, but we're going to pretend like my right hook is just deadly.
I saw that picture. I was like, oh, here comes Ben, man, trying to do it for the gram.
Oh, yeah. I
took off the bag and then took a picture of it on the ground, trying to insinuate that he knocked it off.
I sent it to my family group chat and told my sister to show it to her boyfriend, who's a police officer in Nashville. I said, tell him this is what he has coming for him.
I bet he was scared, man.
He should. I'll knock it out.
What? We can't be assaulting no officer like that, Ben.
Off duty. I can't catch him when he's off duty.
Hour 2 continues after this.
I'm Vince Moore, wide receiver, VFL 1991, and you're listening to the Swain Event.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
We're here with Dr. Michael Carlson of Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine to discuss stem cell treatment and PRP. If you have orthopedic injuries such as shoulder pain, knee pain, Achilles tendonitis, or tennis elbow, you should give them a call.
That's right, Jason. We specialize in regenerative non-surgical orthopedics. So we treat damaged tendons, ligaments, and joints by using ultrasound-guided injections with stem cells or PRP. And this form of treatment actually stimulates the body's own reparative process and allows for healing of the damaged tissue.
So, Doc, what makes your training different than others?
Well, Jason, I've been practicing in Knoxville for 26 years, and I'm certified in interventional regenerative orthopedic medicine through the American Academy of Orthopedic Medicine. So unlike the big seminars that will advertise stem cells, fly someone in for a couple hours to talk about supposed stem cells that you order off of a shelf, then they'll depart, leaving the patient wondering who will be the person injecting me and what their level of training is. At Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, I'm the one doing the procedure, and we're using your own bone marrow stem cells or PRP. So in other words, it comes from you and it goes back to you. So you know exactly what you're getting and know exactly the level of training involved.
Tennessee Regenerative Sports Medicine, trsportsmedicine.com. East Tennessee's leader in PRP and stem cell therapy. Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare. Time for around the SEC. Yankee Ben, what do you have for us today?
Another transfer portal edition.
I'm tired of the transfer portal, man.
I am too, trust me. we have a little
unless they come to Tennessee
non-conference flavor to it today. We'll start with the Fighting Penny Hardaways. Penny Hardaway had 3 transfers yesterday, and it wasn't the Drew Pimbers or the Devontae Gaines of the world. It was 3 pretty key players, especially 2 of them. Boogie Ellis was the first to enter the transfer portal. Then it was Damian Ball. Then it was DJ Jeffries, and those are some big names entering the transfer portal. And to me, it is very weird. Memphis just wins the NIT, and a couple days later, a couple key players into the transfer portal. To me, that is weird. Boogie Ellis, a former 5-star point guard that could have gone to Duke, could have gone to Kentucky, could have gone to Gonzaga, could have gone pretty much anywhere in the country, chose to go to Memphis, and things did not work out well between he and Penny while he was there. And then DJ Jeffries was also going to Kentucky until Memphis hired Penny Hardaway. So some big names entering the transfer portal from Memphis. And then on the football field, this will intrigue Tennessee fans. A Texas linebacker who led the team in tackles last year has entered the NCAA transfer portal.
A linebacker?
A linebacker. But not just a linebacker, the team's leading tackler from a season ago. Jawan Mitchell has entered the transfer portal.
Where's he from originally?
Junior college. Played at Butler Community College in Kansas. I do not know off the top of my head where he is from originally. You can look that up real quick while I read off that he had 62 total tackles last season, including 4.5 tackles for loss, a quarterback hurry, a pass breakup, and a fumble recovery. So, I guess that's a interesting name
New
to keep
Jersey.
an eye on. From New Jersey, huh? I wonder if Tim Banks has any connections up there.
I think Banks is more of a Midwest guy. You know, his time in Michigan and being from Detroit. But hey, Big Ten schools have recruited that area well, New Jersey. So I'm pretty sure he recruited him while he was at Penn State.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure he is very aware, or knows somebody that has a connection within the SEC. We did have a couple of basketball transfers. TJ Moss at South Carolina, a starter. He is in the portal.
This Jawan Mitchell, according to Horns 247, they said that Jawan Mitchell been struggling academically.
Uh-oh.
And based on information from a source with knowledge of the situation, the source added it's unclear if Mitchell is being forced to take a time away from the team or if this is Mitchell's decision. A team source Wednesday said coaches support Mitchell and would want him leaving the team even if he had to serve some type of academic suspension. So it could be academics. All I know is we got the Thornton Center. We got Ben, who could be a tutor. We got you. All right, go ahead.
Just 2 other names to mention. Davion Smith, Mississippi State, freshman, former 4-star basketball player. He is in the portal. Had 17 points in the NIT championship game against Memphis, and he is now in the transfer portal. Arkansas guard Desi Sills, he is in the transfer portal. And then Florida football had a defensive back who was a former top 100 recruit into the transfer portal, Jahari Rogers. So that's what around the SEC is nowadays. Nothing but transfers.
I don't know, man. I know that a lot has to change with college football, but whoo, I don't know how it's going to shake out, and I don't know if I'm going to like it at the end of the day. But I do know that it's time for change, because the biggest news as far as college football was here on ESPN. The justices of the Supreme Court of the United States questioned whether amateurism is an essential part of the NCAA's business model Wednesday during a landmark hearing for the future of college sports, while also expressing concerns about starting a slippery slope of judicial rulings that could lead to the destruction of an American tradition. The Supreme Court heard more than 90 minutes of oral arguments Wednesday morning in the NCAA versus Alton case, the first time the nation's highest court had weighed in on the business of college sports in nearly 4 decades. The question in front of the court is whether the NCAA deserves special relief from normal antitrust rules in order to protect its educational mission and preserve a tradition of amateurism in college sports. The court is expected to make a ruling sometime in late spring, early summer. So, NCAA losing that grip, it seems. And we all understand, we all feel like the NCAA, something needs to be changed there. They have continued to botch situation after situation, unfairly penalize schools, severely penalize schools, while not penalize the blatant blue bloods getting in trouble and doing things illegally. NCAA tournament, all they did was embarrass themselves with the women's weight room, pushing out what team was that? Oregon State. Oregon State had to basically be forced to jump on a 1 a.m., 1:30 flight as a team rather than let them kind of stay the night, get a flight the next morning. So that was a negative press there from the NCAA. They're losing their grip, man. They're losing their grip. So I don't know what it's going to look like. Don't know if I'm going to like it. Don't know if it's going to benefit Tennessee. A year before we got to this point, and there was talks about people being able to transfer, one-time transfer, and we saw this opportunity for Tennessee to bring in more talent and recruit more talent. But man, in the last 6 months, it's backfired against Tennessee more than any other team in the country. So I don't know where we're going or where we're headed. I don't know if it's beneficial for Tennessee or not. I hope it is. Right now, it hasn't been in football, but it is going to be in basketball, though. It will be beneficial in basketball. Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue.
At work? Can't call in? Don't feel bad. You can talk to the guys on the text box. It's part of the free Swain Event app.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses. It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Good morning, Swain Event family. As you already know, I'm your go-to realtor when you are considering buying, selling, or investing in East Tennessee real estate. But did you know I can help all of you listeners in other parts of the country? No matter where you're listening from, there's a good chance I have several Keller Williams real estate partners in your area. I've developed relationships with realtors I know I can trust to help you with your needs. So give me a call, Jennifer Morris, Keller Williams Realty, 865-257-7897, or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Hoes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. Attaboy is brought to you by Made in Tennessee Business Fiber Internet from Iris Networks. Find business solutions for you at irisnetworksusa.com.
Iris Networks USA, irisnetworksusa.com. 90 days, no payment for business internet, fiber, and voice. Well, business internet and voice. Business fiber internet and voice. There we go. Iris Networks. Reliable, local, high-quality business, fiber, internet, your source. Business owners. My attaboy goes to my cousin, my main man, Francisco Lindor, who signed a 10-year, $341 million contract with the New York Mets. Oh my goodness. $34 million per. Should have stuck with baseball, man. I should have stuck with baseball. Golly. Good job, Francisco Lindor. He gets my attaboy for today, man. Huge accomplishment. You can take care of generations of Lindors and Swains with that, man. What you got?
Francisco Lindor is still a bum.
Wait, Ben. Time out, Ben.
Bag up, Terry. Put it in reverse, Terry.
This segment is called Attaboy. It's for positivity. You couldn't help yourself. It's opening day. You're a Yankees fan. You couldn't let Francisco have his moment.
Who did Francisco Lindor sign with?
Man, you can't let him have his moment during Attaboy. The Mets.
Are you going to let Ty Simpson have his moment when he signs that national letter of intent with Alabama?
This is different.
No, it's not. He's a Met. He's a bum. I hope he is the biggest bust in MLB history.
You didn't put Ty Simpson on Attaboy. That's different. This is Attaboy. This is a segment to highlight positivity.
Not the point. If you had put Ty Simpson on Attaboy for his achievement, I would have called Ty Simpson a bum too.
I wouldn't put him on Attaboy.
Don't put Francisco no.
The Simpsons get it for what? If you ask me, how they handled it.
I hate that Lindor is going to be a Met for the next 10 years because he's one of my favorite players to watch play. He's one of the most exciting players in the game. So I hate that he's going to be a New York Met, but I must hate him for the next 10 years. So I'm mentally preparing myself.
He's only one of the few players that the Yankees didn't pay for.
Well, and technically the Mets traded for him, and he had 1 year left on his deal, and Francisco Lindor had self-imposed a deadline last night at midnight that, hey, I'm not talking about contracts throughout this upcoming season. We either get a deal done before opening day or we'll take it to free agency. So the Mets stepped up and gave him his money. So
you just mad that the Yankees haven't been able to buy a World Series in the last couple of years.
We've been trying to take a different approach of developing players, homegrown players, and Aaron Judge. We traded for Gleyber Torres and Clint Frazier.
That only works. Buying players and buying championships only works in Tuscaloosa, man. Not in New York City
or the Lakers. My attaboy goes to John Cena. That's right. I'm giving John Cena an attaboy because an appearance on TV on Nickelodeon by John Cena demonstrating how to perform CPR saved a choking sister. An 8-year-old saved his sister after watching John Cena demonstrate CPR on television. This is on the Today Show's website. Lots of kids would say John Cena is their hero, but his work has led to one boy himself to be a hero. Jackson Dempsey, 8, of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, saved his sister Layla, 20 months from choking after watching the popular wrestler and movie star explain how to do so on the Nickelodeon TV show The Substitute. Quote, Jackson told WNEP, a news station, we were driving to my haircut, and I noticed she was starting to choke from a chicken nugget from McDonald's. I told my dad to pull over. Then I was starting to pat her back, and it got out. Jackson credited Cena's appearance on The Substitute with giving him the tools he needed to spring into action. Quote, it's called The Substitute on Nickelodeon, and in the very first episode, John Cena was on it, and on the last part, he showed how to save somebody when they're choking. The hidden camera series puts disguised celebrities undercover as substitute teachers to surprise students in classrooms. According to the show's description on Nickelodeon's website, Cena actually appeared on The Substitute during the 3rd episode of the first season in 2019 and put on the front of a CPR instructor with long hair and a bushy beard. So John Cena didn't necessarily do anything specifically. I mean, it could have been anything demonstrating CPR there on television, but just a really cool story of seeing John Cena demonstrate CPR on television and this 8-year-old saving a 20-month-year-old, so a near 2-year-old, after choking on a chicken nugget from McDonald's.
Oh, McDonald's.
Had a farm. E-I-E-I-O.
All right, text box time. Appreciate that. Where is it? Oh, Malone. Brian, thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Real quick before we get into the funniness of the text box, Chip Payne has a contribution to Attaboy that is in conjunction with the Braves and Attaboy. The Braves and relief pitcher Will Smith are auctioning off Braves memorabilia, and all proceeds go to the relief efforts for all of us tornado victims that hit my town, Noonan, and the Braves organization is matching all that is raised. Please help if you can. This town is in real bad shape. Man, I did not realize Noonan was hit by a tornado, so Chip, I hope you and yours are well as can be this morning.
Yeah, it's bad.
Hit it bad?
Yeah,
when was this? Over the weekend?
Last week. Yeah, last week when the storms hit, it was bad, man. My wife's family's from Noonan,
right?
So it was rough. Noonan High School was just I mean, it got hit real hard, and there's no way they'll be able to finish the school year there in that high school. So Chip, I hope you're okay, man. I hope you're okay. I hope yours are okay. Your friends and your family. I did see that in the news. All right, here we go. Jamel says, Ben, you are in rare form, my friend. Big Dan says, all that gangster talk until that cop shows up with his gun unholstered. Hey, man, all Ben knows is that's his little sister. It don't matter if the boyfriend's a police officer, a preacher, a doctor. It don't matter, man. That's little sisters. You're always going to look out. So
And I got 2 guns myself, if you know what I mean.
He's a good guy, man. He's a good guy. I've already done a background check on him. Cause, hey, man, you know Uncle Swain gonna make sure. You already know.
As long as it's not the last boyfriend, we are good to go.
I hope he ain't listening, because I sure didn't like him.
I hope he is listening, because he's a little punk blankety blank.
Oh, gosh. Ben is so hyped this morning. Ben been boxing. Oh, he think he can whip everybody now.
I would.
Watch out.
I will.
Watch out, Anthony Joshua, and all you boxers out there. Watch out. Watch out, man. Ben's been working out. Joe Augusta says, I'll give up $100 million not to play for the Mets. Ooh. Shade this morning. I like it. Chip Payne says it was an E4 tornado down in Noonan. 170 miles per hour winds, worse than 10 years. So
An E4 or an F4?
EF4.
E4 is an error on the second baseman.
I don't know what you're talking about over here, man. Nathan Gray says, Ben, got that Andy chili heat. Big Dan says, Ben, your guns are like water pistols. Calm down. Vaughn Birmingham says, Ben, you've been training with Andy too much. Oh, man. Y'all stop sending me these videos. That's what I want y'all to do. Stop sending me videos.
You want me to send you a video of me?
No. I'm talking about sending me Andy videos, man. I do not want to see him. Deontay Wilder. You ready for Deontay Wilder, Ben?
I'm always ready.
You've been working out and stuff, so you think you can whoop everybody now.
I'm ready for anybody and everybody.
Yeah. 865-255-03. Stay with us.
For what is coming up on the Swain Event.
Hey there, Swain Event listeners. I'm excited to share my new Keller Williams Realty app so you can tour homes without leaving yours. Not only can you search for homes in specific areas and neighborhoods, you can also have access to real-time market snapshots on stats like average home price and days on market, plus commute times from your office, school zones, and much more. Download my app today and get the most accurate information on buying, selling, and investing in real estate in your area. Just search for the Keller Williams Realty app and click on More in the lower right-hand corner. Type in Jennifer Morris in the Your Agent search bar, then save and you're set. And as always, feel free to reach out at 865-257-7897 or email me at jennifermorris865@gmail.com.
Is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you. Hello, is that as low as you can go? Okay, thank you.
What are you doing?
Calling around to get the best rate on a car loan.
Why? Everyone knows Alcoa 10 is the best choice to purchase a vehicle or refinance your current loan. And with low interest rates and 90 days to your first payment, it's a no-brainer. You can even apply online and sign all the documents from the convenience of your home.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
Alcoa 10 Credit Union. It's so easy. Go to atfcu.com for details. Rates are dependent on credit score and equal housing lender.
More and more Tennessee businesses are switching to Iris Networks for reliable, local, high-quality, high-speed business fiber internet. Iris provides direct internet access from 10 megs to 10 gigs with no payments for 90 days. Iris also offers next-generation business phones with work-from-anywhere capability from the mobile or laptop app. With local sales, support, and service, Iris is a partner in the community. Learn more at irisnetworkusa.com or call 865-448-IRIS. Iris Networks, a Tennessee business connecting Tennessee businesses.
There are articles and news stories that you read about the things that people do. And when you're reading those and you start to shake your head, you start to scratch your head a little bit. You get confused. You don't understand why. You start to ask questions. But really, there's only one question that matters. What is that question, you may ask?
For what?
Eight 865-255-03, Irish Networks hotline. Swain Event fueled by Dead End Barbecue. It is time for what? And Ben, you have us covered today.
I do. Real short for what before I get to my main one. Are we giving Auburn football a for what for just now giving an April Fool's joke to its fans by pretending they changed the field color to blue like Boise State because they hired Boise State's football coach?
They did that.
They did do that. My main for what goes to a Cubs pitching prospect. This happened on March 21st, and I don't recall mentioning it on the show. So if we did, and I'm being repetitive, stop me, Swain. But Cubs minor league pitcher Jesus Camargo was arrested on 4 felony drug charges stemming from a traffic stop in Colorado. After being pulled over for speeding and drifting into other lanes, Camargo and 2 others with him gave police permission to search the car. Inside, they found a Cubs duffel bag filled with baseball equipment. Police also discovered a bag doused in essential oils containing $1,000 in cash, 21 pounds of suspected meth, and 1.2 pounds of suspected oxycodone pills. The 25-year-old Camargo, an Arizona resident, now faces the following charges: distribution of Schedule II meth, distribution of Schedule II oxycodone, possession of Schedule II meth, and possession of Schedule II drugs. 4 different felonies. He did this in his Cubs equipment bag. He was toting all of these drugs on his way to spring training in his team-issued equipment bag. And the real for what here is his name is pronounced Jesus, but your name is spelled like Jesus, and you're out here acting like this with your name spelled like Jesus. What are you doing? Jesus Camargo gets today's for what? You're a professional pitcher. You're a professional baseball player and had gotten up to high A ball. Why are you dealing drugs when you have an opportunity to make it to the big leagues?
Yeah, makes no sense, man. Makes no sense. I'm giving a for what to MSCHF Product Studio. It is a company that collabed with artist Lil Nas X. So if you have been paying attention, there's been a promotion about air quotes Satan shoes. These are the Nike Air Max 97s, which is one of the best Air Maxes ever. But Nike is suing this company. Nike wants no part of these shoes. So Lil Nas X is in the middle of a holy war now, legally speaking, because Nike is going after the company making his controversial Satan shoes, a devilish connection Nike wants no part of. The shoe giant is suing MSCHF Product Studio, the company that collabed with the rapper to produce the Satan shoe, aka the Blood shoes. If you haven't heard, Lil Nas has been hyping the custom shoes, which features some symbols and some verses, Bible verses, and Trevor Lawrence, Nick Young voiced their disgust with the product. Line has to be drawn somewhere, shaking my head. That's what Trevor Lawrence said. Young added, my kids would never play Old Town Road again. I'm still debating about wearing Nike after this. Come on, man. Nike. But Young later apologized after finding out that the swoosh did not approve the shoe. So a lot of people throw a lot of backlash at Nike, but it actually wasn't Nike, and Nike is suing the people that took the Nike shoe and redesigned it. So that company gets a big time for what?
Yes.
All I thought of was that ESPN commercial with Jay Harris when he gets on the elevator and there's the New Jersey Devil mascot on the elevator, and Jay Harris asked the mascot, going up? And the mascot shakes his head no. Right before the elevator closed, he jumps off. Not going down with you. That's what I thought of when I saw that shoe. But man,
I'm judging anybody who buys that shoe. I'm being honest.
Yes.
I am judging you if you buy that little Nas X shoe.
If you, yes. We're going to judge you.
I pride myself on not judging people, but I'm judging in this instance.
Man, I know, right? And I will be keeping my distance.
Mm-hmm.
If I see somebody walk up with little Nas X shoes, I know I need to go in the opposite direction.
Correct.
I'm good. I am good. So
our football players would probably try to jump the person for the shoes.
I hope they do jump them.
I said for the shoes.
Take the shoes and throw them away. That's what you need to do. All right. Back to the text box we go. Chip says just to let us know that his fine, his house is good, but on the other side of town it looks like a bomb went off. Most of my friends live where the tornado hit, and a couple of my friends, their house is completely gone. Ah, man, that stinks, man. That stinks so bad. I hate that. Hate that so much. Vol Grizz Cubs says Memphis radio has said those guys leaving for a couple weeks now.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, we're on the other side of the state. It's geared towards Tennessee. So,
well, I saw those. I mean, I get that, but who cares? I saw those same Memphis radio media members, radio personalities bragging about having that information for weeks on the air, but that's beside the point. Who cares if it's been, kind of scheduled to happen here?
It officially happened.
Yes, but why is it happening? That's a bigger question. Who cares if it was supposed to happen? Why is it supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Why is Penny unable to keep a kid who was going to Kentucky before he became head coach at Memphis? Why is Penny unable to keep a 5-star point guard who could have gone to Gonzaga, Duke, Kentucky, anywhere in the country? That's the question. And this rant isn't directed at you, Vols, Grizz, Cubs. I saw that same kind of comment on social media yesterday from those same radio personalities, and it's like they're trying to make it seem as if those players transferring aren't a big deal, and it is a big deal. Considering
you know how we do it.
Yeah.
You know how you do it.
It's been expected. They've been expected to transfer for weeks now. We've been talking about it on the radio. Okay, congratulations. That's cool. Why are they transferring?
Yeah, very big deal. Yeah, very big deal. 90s Vol says, Swain, love to get your thoughts as an ex-athlete. I don't disagree with at all with paying athletes, but how do you determine what that salary is? If an athlete gets paid, are they now employees? Well, yeah, they got to pay some taxes and all that stuff. I mean, whew. I feel like the athlete should have more power and more rights, but I don't know how it would look and how much the product will be affected if you pay those guys a lot of money. I mean, I think the cost of scholarship increase has affected the hunger of student athletes today. Some guys are just happy being on the team and tweeting that they're on the team, but not hungry enough to go out and win and go be a better player so they can play the next level because they're hungry. So how would that be affected? Hour 3 coming up.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. This promotion is continuing, guys, over here at Hiller, because they're giving away a free vacation for you and your family all this month. All you have to do is purchase a new HVAC system. HappyHiller.com for more details.
Take a look at the text box for a quick moment. Big Dan says, one of the reasons I hate Memphis so dang much is there ain't no other college program out there that has media that capes for them as much as Memphis. Maybe Kentucky, but man, I hate Memphis media. I can see that. I can definitely see that. There are a couple of media members there in Memphis that that definitely are willing to stand on a limb for that basketball program. But there's also good Memphis media members. obviously I love the Grizzlies. That's well documented on this show, and I listen to the Chris Vernon show quite often. So there are media members there in Memphis that are good as well. Vald Grizz Cubs says it's a red flag for sure. Yeah, that's my point. I get that it was supposed to happen. It's the fact that the James Wiseman incident last year did not work out well, and then now you've got Boogie Ellis, a former 5-star point guard. He is in the transfer portal. DJ Jeffries, he was going to Kentucky until Penny got the head coaching job, and now he's in the transfer portal. I'll be curious to see where he goes. He's from the state of Mississippi, so maybe Kermit Davis tries to slide in, or Ben Howland at Mississippi State.
You know what I've turned into, Ben?
What?
I've noticed this about myself a couple days ago, watching the NCAA tournament. I've mentioned this before. We've mentioned it. But it didn't really hit me until a couple days ago. How bitter of a sports fan I am. I've become the most bitter sports fan ever.
I am the same way.
Like, I've turned into someone that is jealous, bitter, angry. I don't want to see anybody successful in college athletics, especially teams that beat us. Oh, no. Oregon State, I was happy when they lost, happy when Alabama lost, happy when Arkansas lost. When you win, when you're winning, you don't really care about other people getting their little wins in here and there. As long as you're winning at a high level, you don't care. 2 years ago when Tennessee basketball was #1 in the country, you didn't care about other people's little wins because they wasn't #1. You're #1 right now. You're one of the best teams in the country. You can get your little wins, but it's not going to be bigger than our wins. So it didn't bother me as much. Now, oh, man. Seeing all these pro days and seeing all these guys running these fast times from these schools and getting drafted high, so bitter, man. I don't even care. Forget those kids. They cheating. They're probably taking steroids. Because it ain't anybody from Tennessee. I've turned into a bitter fan.
I'm a bitter fan whether my team is winning or losing. I don't want others to have success. I want my teams to have all the success. I'm dead serious when I say that I would root for Russia over Alabama. I despise Alabama. I do.
It's a different level when you're not winning, though.
It is. It is for sure.
It's just
I guess it
level.
turns into more of a pettiness when your team is winning. Like Tennessee played Alabama in baseball. Obviously, baseball isn't the collegiate sport that everybody cares the most about. Football, then basketball, then baseball is probably third, depending on the school. Tennessee is probably fourth behind the Lady Vols. But I've slick been dissing Alabama baseball to my buddies this week. Like,
do they care?
They act like they don't, but I know they do because they feel the same way that I do in the sense of, for them, it has Alabama across the name of its jersey, so they do care.
Okay.
So they act like they could care less about this weekend. They act like it's not happening, that Tennessee is going to play Alabama in baseball this weekend, but they do it to act like they don't know what's about to happen.
I'm just glad
But I know it's about to happen. So I've been making slick little comments all weekend. All week. So it's a pettiness this week for me. But come October, when it turns into a football game, there's a rage and a hatefulness inside. It turns into a different level of frustration.
Listen, man, I've turned into a person that I don't want to be. I don't want to be this person. I don't want to be bitter, envious, jealous all the time. Of course, I don't want your team to win, but this is just different. This is just different. But I don't have to worry about Memphis though, because I know we were talking about them a little bit, or you were talking about them a little bit from the text box, and I saw a tweet from Juwan Howard. After losing in the Elite Eight, very strong message. And I look over at Penny and Memphis, and they got players transferring, guys that we were kind of jealous of that he was getting, just splashing on the scene. No experience in college, but coming in and getting a top 5 recruiting class. I was kind of jealous, and some of those guys are leaving. So amazing what time reveals. Joe Outlaw says, nice to know I'm not alone. I hate seeing other fans happy. Yes, especially now. Nick 615, bitter sports fan Swain. Did we just become best friends? Yes, Nick, we became best friends. I've turned so bitter. I used to be happy for kids, even if they play the other teams, their success. I can't even do that anymore. The Mac Jones story is cool. It's awesome. The kid didn't even start. Didn't transfer. Just kept working. Ain't that a good story, Ben? That's a great story.
No.
He just kept working. It's a great story. But then you realize that he put up 500 yards against you and could have put up 800, and his team won championship, and he plays for Alabama. You're like, oh, forget it. Forget it, man. I can't even acknowledge a good story. I can't even be happy for a kid. I'm not happy for Matt Jones. Unless he goes to the Bears. It's quarterback. Then I'll be happy for him.
And then he'll end up like Mitchell Trubisky.
Probably. You're probably right.
Which I hope does happen because he's a Bammer.
You're probably right. Tadero says, Jets suck, Yankees suck, Knicks suck.
I think Tadero sucks.
Ben, are you Southpaw or Orthodox?
That's a good question because I don't feel too comfortable with my left hand just because I am a righty. It still feels awkward to me to like throw a left hook or a left uppercut or a jab with my left hand, although I'm getting more comfortable jabbing with my left hand. So my right hand is definitely my dominant hand, and I prefer being in my boxing gym calls it the switch stance when you switch into the other stance. So I honestly don't even know what is that, unorthodox or southpaw. I know southpaw is obviously a lefty, but in boxing terms, when I'm in my switch stance and my power hand is out in front and my left hand is my secondary.
Unorthodox is when your left foot is in front of your right foot, and then your southpaw is your right foot is in front and your left foot back.
Yeah, so kind of both because, again, I feel because I'm a righty, it still feels awkward for me to throw left hooks and whatnot. So when I'm what's the first unorthodox?
Unorthodox is your right
I feel,
right foot forward.
I feel good.
Left foot forward, excuse me.
Yeah, and I feel good in that stance when I'm throwing punches with my right hand, but when I'm throwing punches with my left hand, it feels a little less normal. And then when I switch and go southpaw, then I love throwing jabs with my right hand in that stance because it's my power hand.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little bit of both, if that makes sense.
Got you.
Man, it feels like throwing a chicken wing with my left hand. I'm just not a lefty.
Yeah, I'm orthodox too. So yeah, I leave my left foot. Tony says, Swain shoe-in for player hater of the year. Silky Johnson ain't got nothing on you. Man, I feel like Silky Johnson. Hate. Vaughn Birmingham says, Ben said his fighting stance is called the Gorilla Mauler. Oh, my gosh. Joe in Augusta says, Mac Jones was a product of the system. JG would have thrown for 4,000 yards there. He's going to be terrible. Hats off to UCLA for taking Alabama. and the University of fake Heisman Charles Woodson. If you ain't us, I hope you lose every game unless you're playing for unless you're playing Bama or Florida. I think Mac Jones is more than just a system quarterback, though. I do. I mean, the way he processes information, the way he gets the ball out quickly. I mean, yes, it makes it easier when you're throwing the guys, Heisman Trophy winners and first-round picks, but NFL wide receivers are good too. And if he can go in with the same type of timing and things like that, he's going to have a successful career. I mean, Joe Burrow was throwing the first-round receivers too.
Yeah.
But I didn't hear system quarterback with Joe Burrow as much as we hear with Mac Jones.
Well, the difference is, like, how many guys have gone in before Mac Jones and had very similar success and then done nothing afterwards.
That was a lot. There's
That
been
did not take
more
place
bust.
at LSU.
There's been more bust with quarterbacks going in the first round than not. I mean, we do that every single year. There's more bust than winners.
Blake Sims had a terrific season as quarterback at Alabama. Not to the level that Mac Jones did. I'm not saying that, but he still had a really good season.
Oh, man, I hate doing this, man. I hate to have to defend a Bammer. But honestly, I don't see how Matt Jones gets just a product of the system, but Burrow didn't get that talk as much.
Told you how, because everybody thinks of Bama quarterbacks as busts in the NFL, and because they've had so many great college quarterbacks.
No, LSU quarterbacks have been bust. Jamarcus Russell was a bust.
But that's why they don't think it's a system quarterback at LSU, because Joe Burrow was the outlier. He can't be a system quarterback if he was the first one that was good.
Well, you better be saying it now, because Joe Brady is gone, and now look at the offense and look at what's going on with the production. I just think Mac Jones gets overlooked a little bit because of the talent around him, and I think he's really good playing with really good players too. And I think if they would have had a quarterback that wasn't as good as him, I don't know if they win as much as they did this past year. I think Mac Jones was a reason why they won, rather than they won despite Mac Jones and he's just an A.J. McCarron type. No, Mac Jones pretty damn good, and they would be talking about him the way he is with all the evaluation, the senior bowl, all the film they've watched, workouts. They wouldn't be talking about him the way they're talking about him if they just felt like he was just a system guy. I don't think that.
Oh, you mean like how they talked about Mitchell Trubisky coming out too? They were spot on there. I'm somewhere in between on Mac Jones. I don't disagree with you. I'm just more hesitant to completely buy in just because of the track record.
Yeah.
At Bama. I do think that he is a really good quarterback. I'm very intrigued to see how he translates to the next level.
Yeah, me too. Let's get to the phones.
We've got Neela Mafia.
Neela Mafia, good morning, man.
Hey, guys, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, Swain, I got I was thinking about something, and you have Kez Callaway, who is doing quite well in New Orleans. You got Josh Palmer, who's shooting up the draft boards right now. You've got it, and you look at our wide receiver room right now, and it's one of the strengths of the team.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much everybody who's doing preseason commentary on it talks about. So I'm just curious, who was the coach of the wide receiver position for the last couple of years at the University of Tennessee?
T. Martin?
I thought that was T. Martin. And who would be in charge of scouting, doing all the evaluations, and even if it wasn't necessarily in his area of the country to recruit, would tell the other guys, yes, this is a guy that we want to bring to the University of Tennessee. Would it have been that same coach?
He's important. I mean, T inherited some good guys. Brought in Jimmy Callaway and these guys who are now COVID freshmen or sophomores, whatever you want to say. But yeah, the receiver coach typically has input on the receivers that go out there and recruit. In most cases, sometimes you get the coaches that tells the position coach who they're going to get, and they have to deal with it. Kind of like Butch Jones and Drew Richmond.
So we have a Ball for Life who has been coach at 2 SEC programs, was an offensive coordinator at USC, and who now is a position coach in the NFL. You know what that sounds like to me, Swain? That sounds to me like T. Martin can coach football and deserves a shot at a higher level. I woke up this morning and I had my mind on that, and I was going to call and say it come hell or high water.
Well, I mean, T is getting an opportunity at the highest level, man. And he got
No. I mean head coaching.
Head coach. I don't think T has done anything right at this point to be a head coach at the SEC level. But I think
no. Not necessarily at the SEC level. But
like
I think
South
his time
Alabama
is coming up.
Yeah. I think it's good that he went to the NFL because I think that's an easier sell with the school this next year or the year after that if they bring in T as a head coach. I think it's good that T kind of gets away from the Tennessee, explosion that happened, when he was here with Coach Pruitt. And I think going to Baltimore where they need a passing game jump, and I think if they have that, I think T can parlay that into a head coaching job. I think he can.
And the last thing I was going to say, and I got to get out of here and get back to work, but
yeah, right.
You was talking about, hating. You was talking about hating yourself because you become petty and jealous, Ben, and you become petty and jealous and hateful of other fan bases, and hating their success and all that. And Swain, all I could think of, did you ever see a Chappelle Show skit called Pop Copy?
Oh yeah, the first one. It was the first.
Yeah.
It was the first episode.
It was the very first one.
Yep.
So if anybody asked you, Swain, do you think it's right, for you to be jealous of other teams' fan bases, other teams' success, and all that kind of thing, and what do you have to base that on? You can just look at them and you can smile and say, "'Cause F them." That's why.
That is right. That is right.
Have a good day.
You too, man. Thank you. I've always not liked other fans. I mean, it's to the point where it doesn't matter if I'm like out and about in Knoxville or Florida or Georgia. When I see like another logo, someone else has had a car, like my chili gets hot, man. I get mad. I really do. I got a problem, man. I got a problem. But it used to be, okay, I can just throw shade at the fans who are grown-ups, and I can just be envious of the fans, the fan bases. But now it's like, I don't even care about the kids' successes from other schools. That's where it's morphed into, man. God, I'm so ashamed. Cincinnati Athletics has turned me into a bad person.
What if you were already a bad person and just didn't realize it?
They just brought out who I really am, right? Mm-hmm. Man, don't let me hit the lottery then. I'm really going to be a terrible person. I'm definitely going to pull a Dave Chappelle skit.
Why do you need the lottery if you are cousins with Francisco Lindor?
He ain't been picking up the phone lately, man. He ain't been answering the phone, so maybe since we haven't talked in so long, I'm only calling him after he got his contract. Maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know. Hour 3 powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
If you're coming to Knoxville and need a place to stay, do yourself a favor and book a room at Hampton Inn Paper Mill, also known as the Hampton on the Hill. This award-winning property is literally in the top 5% of all Hampton Inn properties. The GM, Stephen Lawrence, is a good old local boy who grew up in the business around Knoxville. He and his staff are always available, always willing to help, and will go above and beyond for their guests. The newest Hampton Inn in Knoxville has clean, affordable rooms, flat screens, fridges, and microwaves in every room. Plus, breakfast is included in every rate. Not to mention, there's also a pool and fitness center on site. If it wasn't so close to amazing restaurants, bars, and shopping, you would never want to leave. At only 6 miles from campus, you're still right in where the big orange action is. Go to HamptonInn.com, search Knoxville, and book your room at the Hampton Inn Paper Mill or call 865-693-5400.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. Firms from Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham have stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local law firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. They are our neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at GarzaLaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
Top 100 barbecue restaurant Dead End Barbecue is a no-brainer when you are craving the smoky flavor of quality Q. Dead End makes it easy to enjoy their fantastic menu with online ordering from Chow Now for pickup. Or if you don't feel like leaving the house, then have Dead End Barbecue delivered right to your door by Loco Knoxville or Bite Squad. There is no better restaurant in town to enjoy the madness of March with. Cheer on the Vols and the Lady Vols with the best barbecue around. Check them out online at deadendbbq.com. Dead End Barbecue. The search is over.
Guys, your health right now is more important than ever. I recommend Low T Center. That's where I get my levels checked. It all starts with the annual wellness exam where they do a comprehensive health assessment exclusively for men, making it quick and easy to take care of your health. And now they offer monitored self-inject at-home testosterone treatment. Most insurance is accepted. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment and make your health a priority. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
It's a new season, which means it's time to rep your team in new ways with gear from Game Time Sidekicks. Rep the Vols with every sip with a new tie-dye tumbler or bottle. They also have a new NFL Players Association product line, so you can support your favorite VFL on Sundays. Want to put your own flair on a tumbler? Game Time Sidekicks has you covered with options to add your own text or even a monogram on the back of your favorite team tumbler. To check out everything that Game Time Sidekicks has to offer, go to GameTimeSidekicks.com. Carry your team with Game Time Sidekicks.
Hour 3 of the Swain Event is brought to you by the Low T Center and LowTCenter.com. Do you know your numbers? Feel like you again. Let us help.
Vol in Birmingham says without Joe Burrow, they don't win a natty. Without Mac Jones, Alabama still wins the natty.
I agree. I know you said last segment that you think that they don't win as much as they did, but I agree. Unless Bryce Young was just a complete flop, complete bust. Yeah, I mean,
I think that speaks more to the drop off in quarterback from first to second quarterback, more so than Matt Jones not being worthy of the hype that he's getting and the praise that he's getting because of what he did as a quarterback rather than just the talent around him. I mean, there seems to be a failure of credit that's given to Mac Jones, and just saying, okay, he just got a lot of talent around him, and anybody could do that. Well, I think people forget that LSU had set a record for first-round picks not too long ago when Joe Burrow was there too. And there's some picks on defense. And, if Jamar Chase was eligible last year, he would have been a first-round receiver. Looks like he's going to be the first one off the board this year. So, yeah, maybe Alabama still wins the whole deal. But I think that's because the second-team quarterback is better than LSU's second-team quarterback, which who was LSU's second-team quarterback behind Joe Burrow? It was
Miles Brennan.
It was Miles Brennan. And what did he do when he came in this past season?
Played well. The offense was not the problem for LSU. It was that defense.
Offense took a huge step back.
I mean, it did.
But the defense, there's a reason why it's a new defense coordinator. You're right. If you had to pick one or the other, which one was worse, it was LSU's defense. But, dude, that offense was getting stopped by Mississippi State.
Yeah.
And that offense was getting stopped by
first game of the year.
That offense was getting stopped by players and teams that didn't have still as much talent as LSU's offense.
Yes, but that was the first game of the year after losing a Heisman Trophy winner who some think had the best season ever in college football. You lost a first-round running back. You lost practically the entire offensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You lost a tight end that was drafted. And you lost a first-round receiver. So, for them to struggle in game one and then bounce back and play well the last of the season, on top of COVID and everything going on in crazy 2020, I'm not going to beat Miles Brennan over the head for that.
No, but my point is Alabama's second-team quarterback is better than LSU's second-team quarterback. So, yeah, I think Alabama would have won a championship with or without Mac Jones. I don't know about LSU with or without Joe Burrow because Miles Brennan is, in my opinion, is not better than Bryce Young.
We think. We haven't seen Bryce Young.
Mm.
We've seen him play in garbage time. He
good.
probably – I think Bryce Young will be better than Miles Brennan, but we can't definitively say that right now because we've barely seen him.
That's my hot take.
I don't think that's a hot take.
I'm saying it's a hot take. I'm saying that he's better than Miles Brennan.
I agree. I'm just saying we have not seen that, so we can't 1,000% say that to be fact.
I'm 1,000% saying it. That's why it's a hot take.
You go for that.
Yeah, that's my hot take. I'm 1,000% saying that he's going to be better than Miles Brennan. That's my hot take.
I don't think it's much of a hot take.
It didn't happen yet. Of course it's a hot take. It didn't happen. The thing I heard about Burrow versus Jones, that Burrow threw into tight windows and completed over 125, and Jones had 40-ish in tight windows this year. Jones was throwing to wide open receivers. Now that's true. Jones was throwing to some burners,
which will help with your accuracy. And what do people brag about on Mac Jones the most? His accuracy. Easy to throw to wide open guys.
I can't believe y'all doing this because he's a Bammer.
No, I like Mac Jones. I think he has potential to be legitimate at the next level. But I mean, I'm kind of looking at it with a raised eyebrow. I'm not ready to completely buy in.
865-255-03. Tangerine says, I've heard from people that Walker Merrill has been at his old high school in Nashville a couple of days this week. I thought we were practicing. Is everything okay? They don't practice every single day. I mean, it's possible to make a day trip to Nashville and come right back. It's only 2.5 hours, but
couple days this week.
Did you see him at practice, or did you not notice him because there was so much going on?
I did not notice him because there's so much going on.
Yeah.
I have wide receiver drills on my phone.
Did you see anybody that looked like Walker Merrill?
I saw white walk-on receivers.
See. I was trying not to go there.
Yeah, we knew what you were getting at.
Anybody that, I mean, if all the receivers are black and then you see a white guy, that would be Walker Merrill, unless he's a walk-on. We have to go to the research department on this. Make sure we double check that, Tangerine.
I'll be at practice today, so I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that.
I wonder if it's going to be inside or outside. The high is 46.
You didn't have to bring that up.
It'll be outside.
Okay, those two white wide receivers are not Walker.
We'll double check on that. Big Shot Rob, happy late birthday, Big Shot Rob, whose birthday was it yesterday, Big Shot, or day before yesterday?
It was this week.
Yesterday was Big Shot Rob's birthday. So happy birthday to Big Shot Rob. Vela said on his YouTube channel that Walker is the best route runner he knows. So sounds like he's going to play early. Oh, no doubt. Walker Merrill is polished for a freshman wide receiver. He will be ready to play.
Unless he's not going through spring practice.
Unless something is up. So Tangerine, we'll double check. We'll double check on that one. But yeah, yesterday was Big Shot Rob's birthday. Big Shot, do people in your household give you hits on the butt that matches the age that you are? They still do that? All right, man, you 32 years old. That means 32 slaps on the butt. I remember back in the day, people try to do that. All right, you 16 now. You got your license, but hey, I get my paddle. That means 16 hits across the booty cheeks. I used to hate that. Happy birthday, Big Shot, man. Hope you had a good time yesterday. Big Dan says, how long till Turkey Man calls in and asks what the phrase, my chili is hot means.
I'm surprised it hasn't already happened.
I think he can figure that out. That seems easy to Turkey Man. Easy. Spencer says, Ben, that's sharp. Talking about your jersey here on YouTube messages. Is that a A-Rod jersey or Jeter? Mickey Mantle?
How dare you? How dare you think that I would wear an A-Rod jersey? I would never wear such a disgusting piece of clothing. It is an Aaron Judge jersey.
T went to Baltimore Ravens. That's awesome, Spencer. Just not hearing it, I guess. Thank heavens he's not a rotten Steeler. Robbie is enjoying the pettiness here on YouTube. Let me take a look at Facebook Live comments this morning. Chip likes your Yankee jersey and hat. Chip says, wear your orange, Swain. It's football time in Tennessee.
You want to see something really cool? I even have Yankee socks on. My mom got a Stance. They make a bunch of cool graphic socks.
Oh! You didn't have to take the shoe off, Ben. I can see the socks from ankle up. I don't need to see the toes.
They're numbers, and they're all the lengths of Aaron Judge's home runs. Look, it's even got the Judge. Was it the gavel? Isn't that what it's called? Can the good folks see my socks?
Yeah,
on the.
They see him, man. They see him.
They're the length of home runs from Aaron Judge. I took a shower yesterday after boxing, so I should be good.
I don't smell anything yet, so you're good, man.
Shout out to my mom for the Christmas presents. She always
don't smell like garbage truck juice.
Y'all
yet.
Y'all think I talk about the Steelers a lot. Outside of Tennessee, there's nothing more I love than my Yankees. Today's the day, one of the best days of the year. Are you gonna stay up and watch your Chicago White Sox take on the mighty Los Angeles Angels? They're out on the West Coast. They start at 10:10 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus.
Nope. Chip says he has a Reggie White Green Bay jersey, a Carl Pickens Cincinnati Bengals jersey, and a Peyton Manning Colts jersey. Also a frame away Vols jersey. That's different. Man. That's different now. That's different. Those you can wear those, man. They're VFLs, man. You can wear that old school Carl Pickens.
I can wear their grown man jerseys.
That's different, man.
I have that Chiefs Eric Berry jersey that my parents found in a thrift shop for $20.
Yeah, man, he only played for the Chiefs. My thing is, like, what happens when, let's say you're a Titans fan and you get a Derrick Henry jersey because, hey, he's your favorite player, and then Derrick Henry goes to another team. What do you do with that jersey? You still rocking it, or are you wearing it outside to mow the grass, or are you giving it away?
I would give it away.
That's my question.
And again, like we talked about earlier, it's circumstantial because like Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, they go on and play for other teams, but people still think of them as a Memphis Grizzly at heart, at the core. If Mike Conley's not a Hall of Famer, but if Mike Conley were to be a Hall of Famer, he would go in as a Memphis Grizzly. So if it's a situation like that, then I'll hang on to the jersey. But if it's like Ja Morant, I told you earlier, I ordered me a Ja Morant throwback Memphis jersey. Mm-hmm. If Ja turns into James Harden and demands a trade, or Anthony Davis or something like that, in
you letting it go
3, 4, 5 years, I'll give it away.
Yeah, I understand that. All right, let's get to Don. Don, good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm sorry I got in late on the show, but I don't know if you had seen it, spotted it, or not, and I wonder if you could give, if so, maybe you could tell me about this. On VolQuest.com, General's Quarters at 8:33 a.m. it said, breaking, Vols land 5-star defensive tackle, and this was wondering if you knew anything about this.
On April Fool's Day?
Well, that might be.
Let me check out General Quarters.
It's hard to tell on April 1st. I figured you might have, from AP might be able to enlighten you on this. And it may very much, I forgot it's even April Fool's Day, but that might be what that is. The only 5-star defensive tackle I was Walter Nolan.
No, that's Bassmaster Vol with Austin's profile picture.
Yeah, you're right.
Head on the swivel, Don. Head on the swivel.
Yeah. Well, when you're just trying to grab on anything positive about the program, it's easy to jump on it. I just totally forgot it was April 1st, which is weird since my birthday's April 5th. Normally, and I just told my wife yesterday, I said, well, tomorrow's my holiday. It's called the Fool in April.
Happy early birthday.
Well, thank you. I probably shouldn't have said the Fool in April since my anniversary is April the 12th. So.
Don, you better keep your head on the swivel in the month of April. You're going to get yourself in trouble.
Oh, man, April was full. Birthday, anniversary, granddaughter's birthday, all rolled in there in about 3 weeks. So
yeah, and Austin was not a big fan of this either. He says, that wasn't me. Quit tagging me in this nonsense.
Austin needs to find out who Bassmaster is and get on him.
You got to have your head on the swivel days like today. So.
Yeah, well, and I heard you just talk about, are you going to watch this, that, and the other in baseball? All I can say is go Braves.
Chop on. I'm a Yankees fan, but when they're not playing the Yankees, I do pull for the Braves. They're somewhat the local team, and have my buddy plays for them kind of right now. So
I started following them. Believe it or not, I started following them when they moved from Milwaukee. So it's
Ben should be a Braves fan, Don.
No,
he should.
Shouldn't. I did not live in the South when I became a Braves fan. I was living in New York. At Fort Drum, New York, upstate New York, when I was getting into baseball.
That's
should
how be a Braves fan.
Became
Don.
a
Yankees fan. I'm not a bandwagon.
I agree. He needs to be. I mean, if you're going to be in this area, even if it's kind of like I'm not a major Titans fan, so even if Nashville landed a Major League Baseball team, they would probably be like a secondary team that you pull for.
That's what the Braves are for me, a secondary team.
Well, when you look at the Braves, I was just looking at the starting lineup today, which was pretty much the way that ended last year, except Pache's, starting in the outfield. But I think of all the, I know Ozuna was a big deal for the Braves last year, but I'd tell you the one that just blew me away last year with his season was the catcher, D'Arnaud, or ever how you pronounce his name.
D'Arnaud.
Yeah, that guy was just outstanding the whole year. Kind of reminds me of UT baseball team, which is smoking hot. And I'll get off of just saying a 3-0 sweep over Alabama will make my freaking month.
Oh, you have no idea. I'm right there with you, Don. What are your thoughts on the Braves opening day lineup, Swain? You got Ronald Acuna Jr. leading off, Ozzie Albies batting second, Freddie Freeman in the 3-hole, Marcelo Ozuna in the 4-hole, Travis d'Arnaud in the 5-hole, Dansby Swanson in the 6-hole, Austin Riley 7th, Christian Pache 8th.
Like
how many names did you recognize?
About 4 or 5.
You knew Freddie Freeman.
Yeah.
Ronald Acuna.
Mm-hmm.
Ozzie Albies.
No, I ain't never heard that dude.
Ozuna and d'Arnaud, because Don just mentioned them.
Yep, so that's 4.
You know Dansby Swanson. Played at Vanderbilt.
It sounds like a really cool name that belongs in the movie Anchorman.
Have you heard of the Braves ace, Max Fried?
I've heard of him.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard of him before. I mean, I watch SportsCenter.
I can't tell whether you're being sarcastic or not.
I mean, I think it's a pretty strong lineup, man. You know, pretty strong. I don't know, man. I don't pay attention to Major League Baseball. I'm getting my feet wet, getting my chili hot for Tennessee baseball. I can't keep up with Major League Baseball.
Dipping your toes in the water.
Yeah, I gotta. This is a start. So Tennessee baseball first, and then Major League.
Are you going to talk trash on Twitter this weekend if Tennessee can win the series or sweep the series?
Damn right, man. I haven't been able to talk trash to Alabama fans or talk trash at all in a long time, man. I'm gonna take advantage of this moment.
Are you at all going to be worried about them bringing up basketball or football?
No, I just report them.
Block them.
And try to get their account suspended if they do that. Yeah, I ain't playing, man. I told you I'm bitter. I'm bitter. So if they bring up football or basketball, I'm reporting them and I'm trying to get their account suspended. That is the objective. That's what I will be doing. All right, let's get to the phones this fine hour 3. C-Mac is joining us. C-Mac, good morning.
Good morning, Swain.
What's up, man?
Ben. How y'all doing this morning?
We're good. How are you?
Man. Hey, another day, another opportunity to be great. Y'all talking about jerseys this morning, and I wanted to just chime in real quick about an observation about jerseys and what happens when a player leaves. When I moved out here to Colorado and got to witness, I guess you can say, a different type of fan base when it came to professional sports.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the South, so, my grandma ingrained in me to go to church on Sundays. So when I first came out here, she was like, you better take your butt to church.
Find you a church. Find you a church home. Find you a
Find you a church.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to this church, and on Sunday, of course, I'm suited up. Got my suit and tie on, looking good.
Suited and booted.
People wear suits to church still?
Like I said, Southern. All right. I got that Creflo Dollar suit on. Let me stop. I go in this church and I'm overdressed.
Yep.
I'm extremely overdressed because all of these people in Denver, they got all their Broncos gear on. Now, normally I'm like, wow, that's amazing because you don't really see that in Charlotte with the Panthers. Not like that. A whole congregation suited up in their Broncos gear on a Sunday. And not only that, but you notice generationally, there's older jerseys, those jersey shirts. There's a lot of Tebow jerseys. All right, I kind of liken the religion and the passionate that passion for that team as one and the same. But they never got rid of them, And even when it wasn't football season, same thing. So on this topic of, what happens with a player's jersey, someone said a long time ago a grown man shouldn't be wearing no jersey.
Who said that? That's crazy.
Are you saying you agree with that, C-Mac?
It depends on the jersey. I do not believe that a grown man who is not
y'all got to work on y'all's masculinity.
Athletically playing like basketball, you ain't going to go walk around in a basketball jersey, man.
Not unless you live in Austin, Texas.
No.
But see, there's a style. I know you two are out of style and aren't hip and up to date on the new culture. There's a style to wearing the jersey. If you're at the beach or whatnot, then all right, cool. Kind of wear the jersey, has a tank top. But now the way you rock a basketball jersey is over a sweatshirt, assuming that it's wintertime, which basketball is played in the winter.
See, so I think that's the whole disconnect. Our perspective on what the purpose of the jersey is completely off. You're doing it for fashion. Meanwhile, there's other people who want to do it for, memory purposes. Like, for example, I don't got too many jerseys because after someone called me out in high school for wearing a Memphis Grizzlies Bosby Wells jersey, with no undershirt on, all right, and the headband.
The headbands, right?
I stopped wearing jerseys, but I still kept it, and I started creating shadow boxes. If y'all know what that is, and I wanted the only jerseys I have. I got a Steve McNair. I got several Steve McNair jerseys, but out here, only one I got is the Baltimore Ravens joint, and I don't wear it. You have
a Ravens Steve McNair jersey.
That is correct. That is correct. Anyway, I'm going to frame it and hang it up, man. Or one day, when I run across a Chris Johnson at those autograph sessions, when we get older, when we get much older, much like baseball, getting them to sign that jersey, not necessarily for fashion, but, for the memories. You don't have to necessarily.
C-Mac.
C-Mac drop. Real quick before we move to Volstorm, I won't make this a huge soliloquy of why I wear jerseys. I wear jerseys because I feel like I'm repping my team. Like right now, I feel like I'm repping the Yankees. I know that's kind of weird because technically I'm wearing an individual player's jersey. I'm wearing an Aaron Judge jersey, but I'm repping the team right now.
Okay.
And then I bought a fake Marc Gasol jersey that was that was made in China and was cost me $30 on some janky website, and they sent it to me. That type of thing. I'm also repping the team, but I feel like I'm also supporting the player. Aaron Judge is my favorite Yankee right now, so if I'm going to get a jersey to rep the team, then I'm going to pick out my favorite player. I wanted the Grizzlies jersey that I ordered because I thought the Memphis jersey that I ordered was dope and looked really cool, and I wanted to rep Memphis in that way and rep the Grizzlies in that way. So if I'm going to get the jersey because I think it looks cool and I want to rep Memphis, I'm going to pick my best player or my favorite player, and right now that's John Morant. I'm repping the team when I wear the jersey.
Hey, man, no.
You are judging. Don't even go there.
Man.
You've always been judging.
No, man. I'm not judging you.
Honestly, I don't care who judges because I think it's ridiculous that people have an opinion that you can't wear a jersey because some man wore a jersey.
Man, no one said you couldn't wear it. No one said you.
There are people that say you can't wear jerseys.
Hey, man, if you want to do that.
I've heard you say that people shouldn't wear jerseys because
you heard me.
Men wear it.
You've heard me say that's why I don't wear a jersey. But if you want to wear that jersey, Ben, there's no reason for you to be in your feelings right now. You should wear it with pride and confidence.
Oh, I am.
I'm not judging you, Ben.
I wear it to rep the team. That was my point. I wasn't trying to come off as I was in my feelings. I wear it to rep the team so that you see the pinstripes, one of the most iconic thing in sports. You see the Yankees logo. I'm a Yankees fan. And I wear it twice a year. I wear it on opening day, and I wear it first round of the playoffs.
Oh. Why not the World Series?
I wear it throughout the playoffs, but the first day of the playoffs is
why don't you wear your jersey in the World Series lately?
Well, last year they got eliminated.
That's why.
The game
all right,
before the World
let's
Series.
go back to the phones.
We got Volstorm and then Turkey Man.
Volstorm, good morning.
Ben wears jerseys because he has the fashion sense of a 12-year-old.
You're the one to talk.
Ben was like, "Hey man, you want to know real fashion? Put the jersey over your sweatshirt." I was like, "Okay."
You are how old are you? 37, 36, 38?
I'm 36, man. Don't be adding.
I'm telling you what's in right now. I'm not saying it looks good or doesn't look good. I'm saying that's in. That's how people rock jerseys nowadays. Would you rather see somebody rocking a basketball jersey on top of a sweatshirt or without anything under the jersey?
I mean, it depends on who it is.
Well, I'm Big Swole, so I know you would love to see me rocking it without anything under.
I mean, it depends on who it is.
Man, they can't even tell direction given fashion.
I can tell directions. I just got my never eat soggy waffles backwards that morning. It was early, okay? It was early. It was raining. I was hungry.
Uh-huh. Any excuse is better than none, I guess.
Correct. So I got 3 of them.
No, I stopped wearing jerseys probably about high school.
Yeah, I wore some jerseys in college when throwback jerseys were a thing, the Mitchell and Ness
Right.
jerseys. But after that, I don't have them or don't wear them. But
No,
I'm not
'cause
gonna
I've
judge
got a,
Ben. I mean, Ben, man, it's okay. I'm not gonna rain in your parade. I'm a bitter fan, but I won't be bitter towards you.
You're not raining on my parade. Trust me.
I thought Triple OD was hosting the show there for a minute this morning.
Why you say that?
The level of pettiness.
Man, I've turned into a monster. I'm a petty monster. I'm not proud of it, but this
Nothing
is
wrong with that.
This is who I am right now.
I feel the same way. I don't want any team to have an advantage over mine. I don't care if we're winning, losing. None.
But it's just so different, though, man. Like I understand you have teams that you don't like and you don't want any other team to be successful, but when you are winning at a high level, it doesn't bother you as much when you see another team have a little bit of success that you don't like. It hurts more and it makes you upset more, and you're more petty when your team is not winning and those teams that you don't like are winning.
Yeah, it's kind of like after we've beaten somebody during the season, if they have success, I'm like, okay, good for them. But if it's the team that's beat us, oh man.
Yes. Yes. That's why I am. Like here's another good example of All Storm. I was rooting against Sister Jean in Loyola, Chicago. Why? Because
you
they
should
beat us
learn.
3
You
years
should learn
ago.
your lesson the first time.
I was rooting against them, and they did nothing to me besides beat our team. But they're a good story. Sister Jean is awesome, but I don't care. I'm a petty sports fan who's upset that my teams are not winning more. So I was rooting against her.
Yeah, personally, I think Sister Jean got a lot of skeletons in the closet, but that's just me.
I ain't say that. You're going to have Sarah Spain blowing my DMs up. I ain't do anything, Sarah.
Oh, man. Guys, before I go, I love how these guys who are going out and training and boxing all of a sudden think they're instant badasses when they don't know which way's west. See you, boys!
You won't be able to live that down for a while, Ben.
It's all good.
Volstrom's going to be on you on that one. Joe in Augusta says, I'm almost 41, but I still want a Jim Bob Cooter jersey. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to wear a Tennessee jersey with Cooter on the back? Come on now, Joe. Duh. That doesn't count. I'll wear a Jim Bob Cooter jersey. Bo says, I buy UT jerseys for my wife. Vol Till I Fall says, I wear a different jersey to every Titans game I go to, and so do half of the people at the game. But that's the only place I wear a jersey. Big Biz James says, Braves have been wasting talent since the early 90s. 14 years of going to the playoffs in a row, only one World Series win. Go Cards. Ooh, man. Fighting words right there, Big Biz James, in this part of the country. Well, West Tennessee, there's some Cardinals fans. There's Cardinals fans in West Tennessee. But on this side of Tennessee, Braves country. Better be careful now, Big Biz James. All right, let's go to Turkey Man. Turkey Man, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Hey, you guys watched the Rocky movie, ain't you?
Many of times, absolutely.
Okay. I want to be Rocky's brother-in-law to you right now. I want to get your robe, and put on the back the Gorilla Mauler and be able to advertise. Can I get your robe there and sponsor you that way?
No.
I mean, that's how Rocky did that for his brother-in-law, the Italian stallion.
Oh man, Turkey Man,
The
you something
Gorilla
else,
Mauler.
man.
Gorilla Mauler's.
I'll get out of here, but I think I'll have his robe. Talk to you later, guys. Have a good
See
weekend.
you, man. See you, Turkey Man.
I'll pass on that. No Gorilla Maulers over here. We only get it out the mud on this side.
Oh, man. Something else, man. Something else, Turkey Man is. Oh, boy. Hour 3, powered by Low T Center and lowtcenter.com. Man, take care of yourself. It starts with a very simple health assessment there at Low T Center. It's quick. It's easy. Go to Low T Center for more details. Locations all over Tennessee. Chattanooga, Nashville, Tri-Cities, Knoxville. lowtcenter.com. For Ben McKee, I'm Jason Swain, and the Swain Event, fueled by Dead End Barbecue, top 100 barbecue restaurant. Man, Friday Eve, folks, in the books. Tomorrow, we wrap it up for the week right here in the Swain Event. Thank you for making the show